Free game show, Laredo Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Valley Chevrolet, Gold's Gym Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Law Grill, Tokyo, and now here's Bill Harris.
Heads tonight at Uni-Trade, 6 p.m. But Lemurs went on to win last night by Amarillo had 2 runs on 9, giving up 7 hits, 2 runs. They were out 2. Here's how the Lemurs lead off with a walk, and then Brian Peel is very excited, and he a long hold and the game on a fielder's choice. That
swings and hits this one in the leap, and that's going to get out of here. Vic initially, Peterson's 2 for 2.
His 1,000th base hit. Now Devontae Richardson stepped up.
See you later, as that's Richardson got all of.
He drives in. The Lemurs are now up by 3. So a 5-2 win for the Laredo Lemurs. Brian Peterson at the end of the night ended up going 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. And of course, he had that 1,000th base hit last night. So a big night for Brian Peterson, and it was fun to watch. Manager Pete Gavilia sat down with our very own Cameron Songer after the ball game last night, and this is what he had to say about last night's tilt.
Coach, a good win for the team, a nice bounce back. What are your initial thoughts for this win?
Well, I mean, our pitching once again was stellar. Defensively, we played really well. We got the hits when we needed them. Guys were battling. Hey, it's a W, and we'll take them any way we can right now. But we're still a work in progress, man. We still got to go out and score in position, and we continue to work on that. But our blessing's been our pitching staff. I mean, Henry gave us 5 great innings, and Beckman came in and threw 3 great innings, and then got Brebs to close the game out. Guys went out and we scored some runs, got some hits with some people on base, and played good baseball today. So hopefully we can kind of build off of today.
Can you talk about the decision to take Henry out when you did, with a runner on, and this decision to go to Beckman there in the bullpen?
Well, it's kind of an easy decision. They got nothing but right-handed hitters coming up. They got 4 right-handed hitters, and Beckman's pretty tough on a right-hander with his breaking ball and his 2-seam sinker. So we felt pretty good.
Runs. What are your thoughts on just getting the long?
That we went out and scored some runs. He comes prepared. The reason why our pitching staff is
going to happen with time.
He's going to. You guys, everybody's trying too hard. Relax, and hopefully we'll get better at that, and we'll start.
Lemurs manager Pete Gavilia. Make sure you stay with us. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Service. Uni-Trade has
end of good fun and great mashed potatoes with Cajun
Plumbing's the #1 choice bank, and the Laredo Lemurs are awarded by family and committed.
Up your 1,000th base.
Well, you get to a point sometimes where you think, I'd struggled a little bit this year to get things going and get comfortable, and I kept overthinking all my at-bats instead of just going up there. And last night I just went up there and said, I don't care. I'm just going to go up there, relax, have fun, and try to have good at-bats. And the first at-bat, I got 2 strikes and got a pitch away, and I just threw my hands at it, and and you see the stadium on their feet and people saying your name and cheering.
Back through 2012, 2013.
Well, 12 and 13 were great. We had good teams, and we were pretty successful. Then I was gone for a year, and I was swinging the bat pretty well in Wichita, and I only got 1 hit, and the 1 hit was in the last game. And so when I didn't get another hit my last at bat, I wasn't upset because I felt like it was an at bat that I could build off of, and I was kind of excited to do it at home. I was hoping I would have done it at home in the first 6 games, but it didn't work out that way. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got to do it here. I think it meant more to me that it was here, and also that we were winning. I don't know how I would have felt if it was 8-0 when we're losing and I get that hit. I wouldn't have felt right taking time away to focus on me when we're not doing well. So it was a double dip of happiness to have the hit at home and us be in control of the game.
You mentioned you got off to a little bit of a slow start here with the Laredo Lemurs this year. Of course, you just started playing a couple of weeks ago with the team. You were doing some working out on your own, but how tough is it to come in when you didn't get a full spring training and try to get up to speed real quick?
To that point, and then when that fell through and there wasn't a spot for me, so I can't keep up that work ethic. I think Gavilia is good about and get comfortable. And it took me a while. And obviously, Joplin after a thunderstorm is not the ideal day to start because it was so humid. But I think it helped me build up some endurance, and I feel good now.
Talk a little bit about the challenges of playing 536. We saw Freddie Flores last night. He's 41 years.
Well, I mean, I guess the challenge at that age, every once in a while I'll go through a hamstring and then a quad, some type of strain or pull or something just from wear and tear. But I don't do legs as much as I used to, and I don't know if that helps or hurts me, but I've never really had issues catching. The hardest part is getting your legs underneath you and getting good rotation when you throw. You get a little lazy early on if you're not built up, but I don't know. I don't see many other catchers my age that are still playing. I mean, I don't know what the reason is, if it's heart or hunger or luck or what it is, but I've never really had any issues with injuries, and for me, it's a comfortable position, and I feel like I could squat for an hour without any issues. I mean, that's a comfortable position for me to sit in. I mean, I've been doing it, man, for, I don't know, 31 years if you count when I started catching. So I guess my body's just used to it. I don't know what I can attribute it to, being healthy and being able to do it that long. I don't know why.
Well, for me, I've been able to watch you over a couple of years now, 2012, 2013, last year when you were with Grand Prairie, and back here now with Laredo this year. For me personally, watching you, I see heart, desire, and knowledge back there behind the plate, and all those things come together for you and let you keep going back there behind home plate. Let's talk about what a next milestone is for you. Is there something else coming up? Is there something that we should know about as we move forward throughout your career?
No, not really. I'm not really a stat rat, but every once in a while I'll look and just see. I know I think it's 12 throwouts for 450 career. I mean, I don't think if I'll reach that or not. If I don't, it's no problem. I mean, I've won some championships, and obviously the ultimate goal is to win a championship. I'd like to end my career winning a championship, but there's no other personal goals that I'd like to achieve, really. I mean, I pretty much got all out of baseball that I can, and I've loved it and enjoyed it, but no more milestones to meet that I can think of instead of just trying to make new friends and win baseball games.
Well, for me, Brian, just watching you over the years, I always think, this guy's going to be a manager one day. Is that something that's still on the table? I know we've talked about that in the past.
Maybe. I briefly spoke with Bilbo, the GM in Grand Prairie last year, because I know their manager, Champion, took over as an interim manager after Van Asselberg left, and I spoke to Bilbo to see if that's a position that Champion was more comfortable with, without all the pressure of being like the second-hand guy. Because I asked him about an opening for that position in Grand Prairie, and he said he doesn't know what the future holds. Things may change. I'd love a position as a manager or a bullpen catcher or anything in the baseball field. And I'm actively seeking and trying to do those things. So we'll see if something turns up. I think I'd be good at it, and I think I'd enjoy it.
Let's talk a little bit about the pitching staff that you see here with the Laredo Lemurs. What are some of the things that you see out there from this ball club as far as the guys on the mound go?
Oh, man, no fear. Starters, relievers. I mean, the relievers know as well as the other team, and as we know that if we have relievers coming in from the sixth inning on, it's kind of like the way it is here. And we have 3 or 4 steady guys that have just done exceptional. As far as the bullpen goes, they're going to throw what they want when they want, and they know they can get the hitter out with it. And it's pretty extraordinary to have a pitching staff like that. That's not older guys, but 25 middle-aged guys that know what they're capable of, what they can do. They have trust in me, trust in Luke, and they go out there and just do their job every day, and they do it well. I mean, it's an exceptional bullpen and starting rotation. I mean, it's one of the most well-rounded pitching staffs I've been a part of.
One last question for you. What do you think the Lemurs need to help them get into the playoffs this season?
Well, I don't think it's any type of player we need to go get. What we need to be more consistent in scoring runs. We're not. I've had a guy at third with less than 2 outs. I can think at least a half a dozen times, and I think I've got the guy in once. And so things like that. I mean, even though if I get the guy in Wichita, you can say, oh, we still would have lost 6-1. I disagree, because it changes the perspective, the momentum. pitch selection, attitudes. It changes everything. So we've been working harder on getting guys over, trying to get guys in, but we're just not scoring enough runs. And with this offense we have, there's no reason we shouldn't score 6, 7, 8 runs a game. And I don't want our pitchers to be timid and that's how other teams feel with their teams. So I don't want that to happen here. We just need to be more consistent, aggressive, but
That's Lemurs catcher.
Get tons of extras completely free. Confidence free. Compliments from your coworkers. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Mega Signs of Laredo, where you're
Moments away from the national anthem here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Today's starting pitchers for the Laredo Lemurs. They got a new starter on the mound today, someone they just signed. John Jones is going to be the starter. Unfortunately, to make room for John Jones, the Lemurs have released Byron Wiley, and we'll talk a little bit about that during the game. Matt Larkin's going to the hill tonight for the Amarillo ThunderHeads. So it'll be a good matchup here this evening. John Jones was recently with the Joplin Blasters. He was released from that club, and the Lemurs have picked him up. So we turn this over to the public address system and get ready for the national anthem here. Starting lineups and first pitch coming your way next.
Laredo Lemurs Baseball is on the air, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade 40, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, the announcer was saying it cracked me up. All right, here we go. Let's go and get to the starting lineups for today's ball game. For the Thunderheads, Logan Vick's going to lead off and play out in left field. Second base, he'll bat in the three spot. Stefan Gartrell will work as the designated hitter. He'll bat fourth. Rene Leverett playing first base and batting fifth. Jason Martin's playing center field. He'll bat in the sixth spot. Corey Bass is the catcher. Taylor Smart's your third baseman tonight. He will bat ninth. Out there on the hill right now for the Laredo Lemurs is John Jones, just recently acquired. He was a free agent at the time. The Joplin Blasters released him. He was actually on his way home. He was driving home to Fredericksburg, Virginia, and manager Pete Gavia got in touch with him and said, hey, how about coming down to Laredo? And he said yes, and here he is making a start today for the Laredo Lemurs. So just in time, the Lemurs have another starter in the rotation, and it's going to be a lefty. We'll go over that stuff as well. But like I said earlier, Byron Wiley being released from the Laredo Lemurs, and he was not having a good year for himself. Unfortunately, we wish Brian the best of luck. The guys around the clubhouse will miss him as well. So we wish him the best, and I hope he gets picked up someplace and continues and has a great baseball career moving forward. So here we go. We're ready to go. John Jones up on the mound, and the lefty will go against Logan Vick. So it's a lefty-lefty matchup to get things started, and the first pitch is in there at 6:10 p.m. tonight. And guess what? We have a game that has started over 100 degrees. It is 1:02 to start the game tonight. The 1-0 pitch is very high. 2 balls and no strikes. This is the first game all season long for the Laredo Lemurs that has started when it's 100-plus degrees outside. We've had many of them in the past, but for some reason this year has been a cooler year. The 2-0 pitch misses inside. So 3 balls and no strikes to Logan Vick. So John Jones trying to find the strike zone down there right now. John Jones starts with a record of no wins and 1 loss. The 3-0 pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner. When he was pitching for Joplin, he went 0-1 with a 7.20 ERA. He pitched in 10 games and made 2 starts for the Joplin Blasters. Here comes the 3-1 delivery now from Jones. And that one is in there for a strike, right at the letters. And right down the middle of the plate. Thunderheads tonight, they're wearing their red tops with white numbers and letters. They have blue outline. They're wearing their gray pants. The 3-2 delivery. Swung on and a line drive. Hit into center field. Coming in is Morrison. He'll lean down and make the catch. And nicely done there by the center fielder for the Laredo Lemurs, Ty Morrison. Bringing in that one, and that's the first out. So 6 pitches thrown to Logan Vick to get things going. And Geraldo Valentin coming up to the plate. So John Jones gets his first batter out in his return to the Laredo Lemurs. So John Jones, the lefty, right back up on the hill. I was able to say hello to John Jones when I saw him in the clubhouse today. Welcome him back to the club. And here's the pitch to Valentin. That one's on the outside corner for a strike. He was a good Lemur when he was here, and he's welcome back here today. No balls and 1 strike. And the kick on the deal. That is inside for a ball. Geraldo Valentin had to jump out of the way of that one. So we're just underway. No score. A lot of action going around the American Association today. We'll get to some scores for you a little bit later. 1 ball and 1 strike to Geraldo Valentin. Valentin batting .283 on the year. So far in this series, he's picked up 3 hits. He grounds this one up the third baseline, foul. So just barely foul up the third baseline for that one. Here's your umpires for today's game. Behind home plate, it's Lance Sailhammer. Art Thigpen is at third base, and Taylor bringing the pain over there at first. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out in the ball game. Lemurs today wearing their camo uniforms. Those are low. Might have been a little bit outside as well. So that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So John Jones shakes yes to Brian Peterson's call. Throw the 2-2 pitch. Swung in a ground ball. That one's foul up the third baseline as well. 1990. So once again, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Geraldo Valentin. So Lemurs going back-to-back lefties here to start the ball game. Yesterday they had a... So to the first 2 bats, hit out to left center field on the run and making the catch. So another fly out. It's almost as if John Jones does not want to give in until he has to. And when he has to throw that 3-2 pitch, he will. At least that's what we've seen with the first 2 batters. Just trying to be a little bit too fine up until he gets that 3-2 count, and then the guys to fly out a couple of times. Juan Martinez into the batter's box. He takes high for a ball. 2 down. We're in the first. No score in the ball game. Here's the kick in the deal home from the lefty. That's a strike on the outside corner. Juan Martinez starting the day batting .326. He's got 56 hits on the year and 172 at-bats. And the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up over to the right side. I think that's going to get out of play. The first baseman make it a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's your defense for Silverio's over at third by John Jones here in the inning.
Invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's
chicken in the world. Life in New Orleans and handcrafted tenders to everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
All right, let's get the Lemurs lineup. Ty Morrison's going to lead off. He'll play out in center field. He'll play out in left field. Dustin Geiger is working in the cleanup spot tonight. He'll play first base. Dennis Phipps is your DH this evening. He'll bat in the 5-hole. Juan Silverio playing third base. He'll bat sixth. Jeudy Valdez, the second baseman, he'll bat in the 7th spot. Brian Peterson's doing the catching and batting 8th. And Jared Medeiros, the shortstop for the Lemurs, is batting in the 9-hole. The left-hand side, he's facing 2 losses. And is a 2 Larkins, winds, and throws. No balls and 1 strike. Ty Steamers. He has picked up a base hit in each of his last 3 games. The 0-1. One hopper to the first baseman, Leveray. Leveray will backhand it. He'll go over and touch the bag all by himself. And that'll do it for Ty Morrison. He swung the bat very hard, did Ty. And it looked like the ball was going to get out there pretty sharply to Leveray at first base, but it actually didn't have a whole lot on it. It was one of those optical illusions, the hard swing, and you didn't see the result with the hard line drive off the bat. Here's Devontae Richardson into the batter's box, and the the right-handed pitcher will throw, and that one hits the outside corner, a fastball slightly above the knee. Richardson starting the day, batting .360 on the season for the Laredo Lemurs. He's currently 3rd in the league in hitting. He's having a great year. No balls and 1 strike. Swung on a line drive down the third base line. It's going to be a foul ball. Richardson was drafted by the Washington Nationals in the 35th round. The Brewers, he was going to Florida. So the lip of the grass will fire over to first base. And Devontae Richardson. Taylor on a little bit of a hitting streak right now. Picking up that batting average. Slowly but surely starting to gain some ground. Getting back to where it clips the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Kevin Taylor. Taylor out of Portland, Oregon, 6 foot even, 200 pounds. He went to Western Nevada University. And Larkins will kick high and throw home, and that one swung on and fouled up into the screen. So Kevin Taylor in that 6-game hitting streak, he's gone 7 for 21 over that time. And that goes back to July 7th in the first game against Wichita. That was a doubleheader day. Remember, we were rained out on Monday. So we had to grab it. He'll throw on the run, and it's going to be in time to get Taylor out. So the Lemurs go down.
Falcon, they know what counts. Guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Start as low as $5. 6-7 Lemurs. Go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just...
Write compliments from your coworkers, and you'll be stronger with Gold's.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
In box for Amarillo, the designated hitter number 36, Stephon Gartrell.
Gartrell leads things off for the Amarillo Thunderheads. No score here. We're ready to go on the top of the second inning. John Jones back up on the hill. And he'll rock and fire to start things off in the second inning. That pitch is high for a ball. So Gartrell, working as the designated hitter, has really picked things up here since joining the Amarillo Thunderheads. Batting .321 for Amarillo. The pitch swung on, popped up. That might get out of play. Peterson will take a look at it. And yeah, it's going to get back up into the sweet level here, or fall a little bit in front of it. Lemurs and Amarillo will play one more game tomorrow night. Back to a regular start time for the Lemurs. It's going to be a 7:30 start tomorrow. So a early Gartrell hit it pretty well, but Richardson with plenty of speed to catch up to it. That'll bring up Rene Leveray. Rene Leverett playing in his 48th game of the year. Speaking of games, this is the 50th game of the season for the Laredo Lemurs. Just thought I'd drop that little number on you. We are halfway home after this one tonight. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and there goes the bat. Up the third base line, and it is a foul bat. Just a little foul. But it's a good thing it's foul. Luckily, it didn't go into the stands and hurt anybody. That might be the longest bat throw I've seen. Went into shallow left field in foul territory. So no balls and one strike to Rene Leverett. So Leverett looks like he's coming forward. Stands, and the thing he needs is a bat going up there. He sees it miss high and outside. Rene Leverett used to play in the Minnesota Twins organization. He was signed by them as an undrafted free agent at the age of 20 years old back in 2006. He played with the Twins organization until 2009. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Called a strike on the outside corner. Then Rene Leverett started playing in Quebec. Back in 2010, the Quebec Capitals. He stayed there for 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, and 2014. So he was in Quebec for quite a while. 1 ball and 2 strikes. They got a good fan base up there. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 to Rene Leverett. Ball. It's funny when the Quebec broadcast, Cameron Songer sometimes reads the tweets from Quebec. They're in French as well. So maybe Cameron will be able to pull up a tweet or two here for the translations that you would normally get. You know, we have our baseball link. Brian Peterson will reach back and get a new baseball. And any special tweets from the Quebec?
2 hours ago, since or hit a simple exclamation.
Bobbles, recovers, throws over to first here. If you want to get a good translator on Twitter, you could translate it to English. You'll get a good laugh at it if you're a big baseball fan. We do it every day here before the ball game. No score. Yes, we're that bored. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than this. Integrity, greatest investment in your life.
When you wake up in the morning, you can smell. I really like the fact that you...
Dustin Geiger's going to lead it off. Geiger and a baseball exchange over it. That might have been a little bit outside as the third baseline, just a touch. So no score. Kick and throw. And he was drafted at Marriott Island. Geiger started his professional career back in the Cubs organization in 2010. He started off with swung on and a Geiger starting the WIs. Geiger hit 17 home runs in both 2012 and in 2013. And he might be on his way to doing it here this season. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and a pop-up. Shallow right center. Coming in quickly, Valentin. Going out the second baseman, Martinez. It'll be Martinez hauling it in. That'll be the first out in the inning. One down, and Dennis Phipps, the batter for the Laredo Lemurs. Yeah, Dustin Geiger with 10 home runs on the year. He's hit 3 with Laredo. He had 7 when he was with Wichita. So he's still up there in the American Association in the top 10. Speaking of the top 10, a little bit later on in the ball game, we'll go over the top players in the American Association right now. The top guys in batting average, top guys in home runs, the leaders in RBIs, all that stuff. We like to do that on a Sunday for you as Dennis Phipps takes a look at a pitch and it misses a little bit low. Here's another guy that's a league leader. Dennis Phipps having a nice season for himself. Here's the 1-0 kick and throw, and that one swung on in a liner foul up the third baseline. Dennis Phipps currently 9th in the league in hitting. He's got a .339 batting average. 2nd in the league in hits. He has 64 hits on the year. So 1 ball and 1 strike. No score. Bottom of 2. Larkins kicks the leg up. He'll throw it home, and that one is fouled away. So another foul ball, another lost baseball. There goes $17 more up and over the ballpark and into the desert back behind us. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That ball lasted 1 pitch. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swung, and there's another foul ball. That one might stay in the ballpark, though. It's going to bounce around, and at least somebody here in the stands will grab it as it bounces around the concourse. And a gentleman started playing soccer with it. Just started kicking it around a little bit. Said, let's turn this into a whole new game. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch to Phipps. Swung on and lined foul over onto the concourse. Look out over there, coming your way. So the count will stay at 1-2 strikes. Phipps playing in his 50th game. He's played in every game so far for the Laredo Lemurs. He went 1 for 4 yesterday. He sees a pitch here. He dribbles it up the third baseline. It's going to be a foul ball. That's just wide of the bag at third. So tomorrow, we told you earlier, we started with over 100 degrees today. Tomorrow we should be on tap for another 100-plus degree day. It's supposed to be around 105 in Laredo, so by the time 7:30 rolls around, it'll probably still be pretty smoking hot outside. 1-2 strikes. I look forward to those hot days here. It's like you come down to Laredo and you expect it. It's like, where is my 100-plus degree weather? And I've been very disappointed that today's the first day that we get it. We're halfway through the season. It took us 50 games to get to 100-plus degrees. The 1-2 swung on and a little pop-up into shallow left. The shortstop going out, but the ball's going to fall just out of the range of Tyler Earps. Coming in to field it is Logan Vick out there in left field, and the Lemurs have a base hit. They have a base runner. Juan Silverio coming up to the plate. I mean, it's like when you go to Arizona and you don't get it plus 100 degrees. You're a little bit disappointed, right? Because you're in the desert. You're like, where is my heat? I'm getting ripped off here. When you go to Florida, you expect a little humidity. If you don't get it, you're a little upset.
I don't know. Talk about value. Dennis Phipps really worked that at bat. It was a really battle that he won. That's the first base runner of the game. The bottom of the second inning with 1 out.
So the Lemurs DH today. Phipps takes his lead from front as Martin. Martin's going to run it down. Phipps has to head back to first base. Martin's going to turn and throw it back into the infield. That'll be the second out of the inning. 2 down, and Jeudy Valdez coming up to the plate. I mean, every year I come down here from Sacramento, California, and expect 100-plus degree weather. And this year I've just been poorly disappointed. Just with 9 stolen bases on the season. I'm sure the players on the booth. The one that's chopped at the plate. That's going to bounce high and actually go a little bit off the bat boy off to get it. Or the ball boy. I guess he's a ball boy when he's getting a ball. He's a bat boy when he's getting a bat. Valdez starting the day batting .233 for the Lemurs. He's in a little bit of a pick it back up. Larkins with a long hold. He'll fire a underhand toss over to Rene Leverret. And that'll be the final out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd inning and more talk about the Heat. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
We all know we can accomplish. I want a 4-year degree. Who powers me to greatness? TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
All right, the Amarillo ThunderHeads coming up to the plate. Corey Bass is going to lead it off. He'll be followed up by Tyler Earps, and then Taylor Smart will come up to the plate. No score in the ball game, and John Jones goes back to work. He'll fire a pitch here, and Corey Bass fouls it away. So that one goes back into the screen. Corey Bass, the catcher for the Amarillo Thunderheads, working with a .267 batting average this year. So John Jones, the lefty, into the full windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one's fouled back into the screen again. So back-to-back pitches, fouled back into the screen, and John Jones works ahead. He's got a 0-2 count against Corey Bass. A little bit more about John Jones, the newest Lemur. Just picked up today, in fact. No balls and 2 strikes. Jones will fire away, and that's a curveball swung on and fouled off. This is the 4th professional season, all in independent ball for John Jones. He's currently 25 years old, and he began his career back in the Frontier League with the London Rippers / Road Warriors. The London Rippers did not last very long. They lasted about half a season, and then they turned into the Road Warriors for the end of the year. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a curve, just misses. John Jones thought he had a strikeout there. That one misses. So Corey Bass left up at the plate with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score in the ball game. Now John Jones shaking off Peterson a couple of times. Now he agrees, and the 1-2 delivery. A fastball high for a ball. John Jones also pitched for the Alexandria Aces in the United Baseball League. He pitched for the Lemurs and the El Paso Diablos back in 2013. So I remember him with the Laredo Lemurs. He was with the Lemurs for a short time. Not a whole long time back then. In 2013, he pitched for 8 games for the Laredo Lemurs in 2013. This one's popped up high in the sky. John Jones underneath it, coming down the third baseline. Though Silverio. Silverio will take over and make the catch in fair territory. And Corey Bass is retired. And Tyler Earp's coming up to the plate. Yeah, back in 2013 when Jones pitched for Laredo, he went 0-2 with a 4.50 ERA over 8 games. He made 1 start for the Lemurs. He also pitched for El Paso that year, and when he was with El Paso, he went 0-1 with an 8.71 ERA over 3 starts. No score as Tyler Earps is into the batter's box. And the pitch to Earps is high for a ball. Earps, his last name is spelled U-R-P-S. And it's fun to say. Just kind of rolls right out of your mouth. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery to Earps. He swings and lines one to the second baseman. Jeudy Valdez is right there. He'll just put the mid out to his left, bring it in, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. 2 down, Taylor Smart coming up to the plate. So the number 9 hitter for the Amarillo Thunderheads. Ooh, and Taylor Smart is the strikeout guy for the day. Taylor Smart having a rough year at the plate. He's batting .217, but man, he has a glove on him. The guy can play some infield, that's for sure. So Taylor Smart into the batter's box for the first time tonight. In yesterday's game, he went 1 for 4. He's 1 for 7 in the series. The first pitch he sees, he's way behind on the fastball. So he'll take a cut and miss there. John Jones in 2014 had a brief stint with the San Angelo Colts. He started his college career with West Virginia University. Smart swings and misses at a high fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. He pitched his senior season, did John Jones, at Florida Southern. That's an NCAA Division II school. They're in Lakeland, Florida, home of the Lakeland Tigers. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, swung on and missed. Another fastball, and Taylor Smart is blown away. 3 strikeouts on the night for John Jones, and he has retired the side in order all 3 times. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Lemurs coming up to the plate. We have no score.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific Boys and Girls Club. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at driscollhealthplan.com.
Cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
3, 2, 1. Number one. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Customer rides during our sale with massive price cuts on 600 new 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Brian Peterson leads it off for the Laredo Lemurs. He'll be followed up by Jared Medeiros, and then Ty Morrison will come up to the plate. No score. We're in the bottom of the third. Matt Larkin's going to go back to work for the ThunderHeads. Here's the pitch from Larkins, and that one is in there for a strike. If you weren't with us yesterday, Brian Peterson had a heck of a day. Went 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. He had a home run, but he got a big hit, and it was his 1,000th career hit. The 0-1 pitch is today, just like right now. He ended up getting his 1,000th base hit in his career. And we had him on for the pregame show on the interview today, so if you missed that, I apologize. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. He sees called strike 3. The Lemurs with the only base runner so far in the ball game as we go into the bottom of the third. Dennis Phipps picked up a single back in the second inning. So here's a little bit about Matt Larkins. He's the starting pitcher tonight for Amarillo. Makes his hometown in Corona, California. 6'1", 220 pounds. And Larkins will kick high. Season with the Amarillo ThunderHeads. He was with the Amarillo Sox the previous 2 corner, right at the knee. 2.98 ERA. 1 ball and 1 strike. The last pitch. Before Amarillo, Matt Larkins spent the 2012 season with the 1-2 pitch, but on the second hop, he'll throw a sidearm over to first base, and that'll take care of it. Managed the Abilene Prairie Dogs, and that's a team, I don't know if they finished up their season that year. It was a very low-funded baseball team in the United League, and if memory serves me properly, and sometimes it doesn't, but I don't think that team made it through the whole year playing baseball there in Abilene. They were supposed to be playing out of college. And into the batter's box goes Ty Morrison for the Lemurs. 2 down in the inning and a strike over the outside part of the plate, right at the belt. So yeah, Bobby Brown. I actually met Bobby Brown for the first time in 2012. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is on the outside corner as well. Another strike. No balls and 2 strikes. I met Bobby Brown at the California Winter League in Palm Springs, California. They play in January and February out there. It's a pay-to-play league. The 0-2 pitch swung on, and that one's chopped over to the second baseman, Chargy Martinez. He'll grab it. He'll just throw a soft one over to first base, and that's going to do it for the Lemurs. They go down in order here in the bottom of the third, and we have no scores. We head to the 4th inning. My buddy Cameron Songer, he's up next. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 92 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
Refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company.
EMS, located at 15th, a new standard in medical transports to wound care treatment. Cincy Medical Transports to x-rays and lab work. Our state accepts most major EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
All right, to the top of the 4th inning we go. It's time for Cameron Songer to take over.
Thanks, Bill. The ThunderHeads were unsuccessful in terms of getting on base in their first trip through the batting order, and they will begin the second trip through the batting order right now. Logan Vick, Geraldo Valentin, and Juan Martinez due up this inning. The top of the order for Amarillo as they try to figure out Lemurs starter John Jones, the left-handed hurler, in his team debut after making 2 starts and 10 total appearances with the Joplin Blasters earlier this year. First pitch swung on, hit back up the middle. There's the first hit and the first base runner for the Thunderheads. They wasted no time in the 4th inning as Logan Vick singles back up the middle. And we will not see a no-hitter here today. The Lemurs have a hit and the Thunderheads have a hit. Each team has had 1 base runner now to this point. And it now matters who's going to get the first run on the board. A quick game so far in this one. A 6 p.m. start for the 3rd of a 4-game set between the Lemurs and Thunderheads. And the teams split the first 2 games, with Laredo winning 5-2 last night, Amarillo winning 3-0 on Friday night. Geraldo Valentin at the plate. Runner goes, and the first pitch swung on, fouled off to the right side. Stays in the field of play, but is over the head and bouncing around along the fence. Almost got stuck in the tarp. It means Lemurs player has to go chase it down. That looks like number 12, B.J. Hyatt, who's on foul ball duty at this moment. Nobody really out going to let go for a little bit longer. He's been good so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch, misses low and inside to Valentin. Valentin is 0 for 1 today, flew out to left field in his first plate appearance in the 1st inning. He's hitting .283 on the season, including a .243 mark against left-handed pitching, .294 against righties. It's kind of weird from a right-handed hitter. Pickoff throw over to first, back in standing up is Logan Vick. No score in the ballgame, top of the 4th, and the Thunderheads just got their first hit of the game a moment ago. Valentin is in his 2nd season with the club in Amarillo. Last season they were called the Amarillo Sox. This year they're the Thunderheads. Logan Vick, John Jones, able to move the runner without throwing the ball. So Vick continues to lead off of first base, continues to widen his lead. Past second and into third base is Logan Vick. He was off on the pitch. They opened up space on the hit and run as the second baseman Valdez had to go cover second base. And they executed the hit and run to perfection. Logan Vick stands on third base now. Valentin has a single. Back-to-back hits here for the Thunderheads, and they have the first runner in scoring position of the ballgame. Valentin now has a hit in 6 straight games. He was 2 for 4 on Friday night, 1 for 4 last night. He's now 1 for 2 in this game. That brings up Juan Martinez, infield at double play depth. I think they would trade the double play here for a run, knowing that the Lemurs offense is usually pretty explosive, capable of scoring a lot of runs very quickly. No score in the game. Here's the breaking ball. It's blocked well behind the plate by Peterson. He knows that with a runner on third, anything that gets past him is costing the Lemurs a run. 1-0 the count to Juan Martinez, a .326 hitter on the season. He's played in 46 of the Thunderheads' 47 games to this point. Here's the 1-0 offering. Missed upstairs. John Jones trying to keep the good momentum going that he had from the first 3 innings. He struck out a batter in each of the first 3 innings. He retired the side in order in all 3 of those innings. Both singled and reached base. 2-0 is the count. He's looking at didn't like how long that was taking. Juan Martinez at the plate, another right-handed hitter who with a very crooked mark in terms of how he hits righties versus lefties. Just .250 versus lefties, .343 versus righties. This pitch in the dirt, low and inside. 3-0 from the left-handed hurler John Jones. Jones is in his 4th professional season, all in independent ball. Started in the Frontier League with the London Rippers/Road Warriors in 2011. He's also pitched in the United League for the Alexandria Aces and for the Laredo Lemurs, and fouled off behind home plate and out of play. So Martinez with a big cut there. 3-0 the count. Hitters are often told to just wait for something they like. He must have liked that, but it wasn't able to straighten it out. So 3-1, runners on the corners for the Thunderheads. No score in the game, top of the 4th inning. This is his bat, and the bases are full of Amarillo Thunderheads. Advancing to second on the walk is Valentin, and Logan Vick remains on third base. He singled to lead off the inning, and then the hit and run was on with Valentin at the plate. Valentin singled, and that advanced Vick over to third, and we'll get a quick mound visit here from Lemurs pitching coach Mike Meyer. The whole infield comes in as they want to come support John Jones and talk over how they're going to approach this. This also gives an opportunity for some Lemurs pitchers perhaps to make their way out to the bullpen. There's still a bunch of bodies in the Lemurs dugout. Wouldn't be able to tell you who is up in the Lemurs bullpen at any given time, as the Lemurs bullpen is behind the right field fence and we can't see any of it. There is, however, a bench that kind of is on an elevated platform near the right field fence, and we can kind of tell how many guys are over there based on who's sitting on that bench and watching the game. But once they're out warming up, we can't tell you who's who and how many guys are warming up. It's blocked from our view. You can't see it. Element of surprise for the home team at Uni-Trade Stadium. Home field advantage. Infield will remain at regular depth here, as digging into the play is number 36, Stefan Gartrell. And he has had himself a very good series to this point. 3 for 4 on Friday, 3 for 3 last night. He's crushed the Lemurs so far this series. Breaking ball, first pitch in there for a strike. That was a nice pitch there from John Jones. That takes some backbone there to throw that pitch. He's been struggling with his command in that last at-bat, knowing that he can't fall behind this hitter. Throws a big breaking ball to a slugger. Got it in there, though. Here's the 0-1. Changeup, misses low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Gartrell boasts a 321 batting average in 23 games so far this season with the ThunderHeads. A reversal of where he was with the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks with 16 games earlier this season. He hit 213. 1-1 pitch, swung on, hit foul down the third base line. He was just a bit out in front of that off-speed pitch. And if he timed that up, hits that down the third base line, that is trouble for the Lemurs. So 1-2 the count. I think he broke his bat there, as it sounded a little bit awkward as that came off the bat. Kind of a hollow sound, so I think the bat just kind of snapped. So Gartrell will come over to the ThunderHeads dugout, get a new baseball bat, play with it a little bit, get it to his specifications the way he likes it, and then make his way back over to the right-handed batter's box. No outs in the top of the 4th inning. The ThunderHeads have a great opportunity to put some runs on the board and take an early lead in this game. Top of the 4th, no score in the ball game. ThunderHeads have 2 hits, the Lemurs have 1. John Jones, the left-handed pitcher, doesn't have anywhere to put Gartrell. Again, after time was called. It's an important bat here. I think the Lemurs would be happy to turn 2 and give up the run. 1-2 pitch. Swung on. You hear the drums out here at Uni-Trade Stadium. Fans trying to make some noise. The Lemurs just got back up over 500 with the win last night. They are 25-24, 49 games into the 100-game season. This is the third of a 4-game weekend set between the two teams. They'll play the 4th and final game of the series tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. at Uni-Trade Stadium. Then the Lemurs will get a day off, their first day off, their first scheduled day off, after playing 32 games in 32 days. That is American Association Baseball for you, ladies and gentlemen. And then they won't really be a real day off for the Lemurs. They'll be on the road to Sioux City, Iowa to play 4 games against the Sioux City Explorers, one of the hottest teams in the league. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the backstop. Gartrell staying alive. And he just seems to be breathing a sigh of relief out there in the right-handed batter's box. It's got to be pretty tough for him to see the ball, as the way the shadows are at Uni-Trade Stadium, the plate and the batter's box completely in the shade. However, the shade halfway across the pitcher's mound, so the left hand of John Jones is still in the sun. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays high, ball spinning, trying to get the first run. The first 2 games of this series, nearly hitting Gartrell, walks a lap around the plate, and he'll dig back in. Lemurs and ThunderHeads will play each other 22 times over the course of the season. I believe they now have 10 of those 22 games in the books. The ThunderHeads were the opening day opponent of the Lemurs, a game that they won and ended up splitting the series 2-2. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's a big out for John Jones as he pulled the string with the breaking ball on Gartrell. He goes back to the dugout, upset with himself, but another slugger steps in to take his place. It's Rene Leverett, 6'2", 280 pounds. He hits .268 on the season, but that's .286 versus righties and just .200 versus lefties. The Lemurs can turn 2 here to get out of this inning, and Leverett, if the ball's hit on the infield, he's not the fastest guy getting up the first base line. And that's an understatement. Although he is pretty impressive despite being 280 pounds. First pitch swung on, fouled back out of the stadium for strike one. You think, a guy who's basically the size of a lineman on a football team, how quick can he be getting up the first base line? Don't lollygag on an infield hit with Leverett. The Lemurs would have to be trying to turn two in that situation. But with the bases loaded, they have some options. 0-1 the count. 1 out. Bases loaded, top of the fourth, no score. Here's the pitch. Taken. Strike two. Leverett thought about pulling the trigger on a fastball that caught the outside corner right at the knees. That was a great pitch by Jones. Nice location on that one. Realized, if I swing the bat and I make contact, not that much good could come out of it. So Leverett pulls the bat back. He's 29 years old, 6'2", 280 pounds. In his first season with the Thunderheads, he calls time, steps out, and will step back in. He spent 4 seasons with the Minnesota Twins organization, reaching as high as High A Fort Myers, and then spent the last 5 seasons with the Quebec Capitals in the Can-Am League. 0-2 is the count. Jones comes set, goes home with the pitch. It's swung on, hit deep in the air towards left center field. It's going back. Reaching out in center field is Morrison. Tagging up from third is Vic. He will score. The throw comes in to third base. A long sac fly by Rene Leverett, and the Thunderheads have strike first. Led off with a single. Reached third. After the hit and run by Valentin, it looked like he might have been stranded on third as he saw Martinez walk and then Gartrell strike out, and then after Leverett flies out, Vic able to scamper home on the very long fly ball. It's 400 feet to straightaway center field at Uni-Trade Stadium. I believe we've seen 1 home run to that part of the field so far this season. Jason Martin to the plate now. First pitch misses high and inside. John Jones and the Lemurs are not out of this jungle just yet. There are runners on the corners and 2 outs. Jason Martin does have 19 runs batted in so far this season and 4 long balls. Pickoff throw goes over to first, and the back end safely is Juan Martinez. Martin grounded out in his first plate appearance. And he has an opportunity to drive in another run here. He had 39 runs batted in 98 games with Amarillo last summer. This one grounded to second base, scooped up by Valdez, and the throw to first is in time. So 2 leadoff singles for the Thunderheads. They put runners on the corners to start the inning, and they're able to get 1 run on those 2 hits. They leave 2 on. We will head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lemurs trail 1.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
5 Smiles Rocky Mountain Refreshment, Blue Mountain Refreshment, Quadruple Epic Refreshment. Kill when cold refreshment calls. Responsibility.
A new standard in medical transports to wound care treatments, doctor's appointments. Certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official of your Laredo Lemurs.
Lemurs playing from behind here in the game of a 4-game set between the 2 teams. They've split the first 2 with Amarillo winning on Friday night and the Lemurs winning 5-2 last night. Devontre Richardson to the plate. He homered in last night's game. That was one of his 2 hits in the ball game. He's hitting .360 on the season right now with 17 runs batted in and 5 long balls. He also has 8 doubles. Lemurs outfielder takes a first pitch strike on the inner half for strike 1. As Matt Larkins, the Amarillo ace, is back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. He winds and comes home with the pitch. Puts this ball into shallow left field, and Vic will snag it out of the air. That ball hopped off the bat of Devontre Richardson. Unfortunately for him, it was right to Logan Vic in left field, and will go down as a fly out to left field. So Richardson is now 0 for 2 in the game, and that'll bring up Kevin Taylor. He's 0 for 1. He has hit safely now in 6 straight games, dating back to July 7th at Wichita. Had 2 hits in last night's game. First pitch at the letter, strike 1. Taylor's a left-handed bat in the Lemurs batting order. against the righty Matt Larkins. Hits .315 against right-handed pitching, but .385 against left-handed pitching. That pitch missed outside, so evens up the count at 1-1. Taylor's a .317 hitter on the season. It was 2 for 4 last night. Wheeler grounds this one to second base, going to a knee, and fielding it is Martinez. He throws over to first in time for out number 2. And very quickly, the Lemurs have 2 outs in their half of the 4th inning. I'll bring up Dustin Geiger, one of the newer Lemurs, as he was acquired on June 28th in a trade with Wichita that sent Omar Ben-Cuomo back to Wichita, where Ben-Cuomo had started the season. Geiger hit 7 home runs with the Wingnuts and already has 3 more with the Lemurs in just 14 games. He was 3 for 4 on Friday night, but 0 for 4 last night. Did not get a run. Righty-righty matchup. Larkins winds and fires, and this one swung on, hit in the air toward over and make the catch. 3 up and 3 down for the Lemurs, and that was a very quick bottom of the 4th inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Amarillo leading this one 1-0.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark. Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. Real proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slides.
Well, top of the 5th inning, it's a new pitcher on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs, number 12, B.J. Hyatt, which means the day is done for the starter, the new Lemur, John Jones. He went 4 innings, allowed 1 run, which was earned on 2 hits, struck out 3, and walked 1. Right now, he's in line for the loss, but it's just 1-0. And the next run the Lemurs score would mean that he would no longer be on the hook for that loss. Let's tell you about B.J. Hyatt. He throws a fastball, a slider, and a splitter. He gave up his first run in 11 outings on June 27th. He has a 1.01 ERA. This is his now 20th appearance with the club. He's been with the team since the start of the season. A 1-0 record in 17 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 10 and walked 7, allowed 19 hits. His last appearance was July 7th at Wichita when he went 1 inning, gave up just 1 hit, and struck out 1. He'll face the bottom part of the Thunderheads order, 7, 8, and 9. Corey Bass digs into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch Hyatt throws in this game is in there for a strike. Measures 88 miles an hour on the radar gun at Uni-Trade Stadium. That is some gas. In the 2009 MLB draft out of the University of South Carolina at Sumter. Here's the 0-1. Changeup, rookie affiliate in Greenville, Tennessee, before getting released after undergoing labrum surgery. Continued through spring training. He didn't Angelo Colts. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. So Corey Bass hasn't swung the bat in this at-bat yet. He's over. Hyatt now winds and fires. And this one tapped foul down the first base line and into the Lemurs dugout. Last season, Hyatt spent time in the Frontier League with the Southern Illinois Miners and the Frontier Grays. 17 appearances between the two teams, a 5.4 ERA and an 0-1 record for BJ Hyatt, but he appears to be back at full strength here this season, as he's been great through his first 19 appearances this season out of the bullpen. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball just misses. That one was pretty close, and that draws some hollers from the fans here at Uni-Trade Stadium. 1-0 is the score as Amarillo scratched across a run last inning. It's the top of the fifth here in the third game of 4 between the two clubs. BJ Hyatt winds and throws. Swung on, and this one will get foul down the first base line as it hooks into the picnic area and bounces back into the field of play. Richardson gathers, and he'll throw it into the stands and a souvenir for a lucky fan. So the count remains 2-2 to Corey Bass as he leads things off for the Thunderheads in the 5th inning, trying to replicate the success they had last inning, which was the first inning in which they had a base runner and they were able to score a run. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball stays high. A breaking ball that never really broke by Hyatt, and now the count is full. Hyatt is 26 years old. He stands right on the middle of the rubber, 6'4", 220 pounds. The relief pitcher out of South Carolina. Righty hit straight back in the air, foul. That one will get lucky fan. Got up out of his crouch, and realized that he had no shot here. As Hyatt strike 3, BJ Hyatt wins. So Corey Bass will head back to the dugout, and there's one away in the top of the 5th. That brings up Tyler Earps, the rookie. This is his first season of professional baseball for the 22-year-old out of Old Dominion University. Earps is from California, a switch hitter, so he'll stand in the left-handed batter's box to face the right-handed hurler Hyatt. Earps is hitting .254 on the season. Here's the pitch with 6 runs batted in 20 walks just 3 times in 59 official at-bats. Here's the 0-1 offering. Swung on. Earps was a senior at Old Dominion in 2014. He hit .274, 19 runs batted in, and led the team in errors. That's not a category you want to be a team leader in for the Old Dominion Monarchs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, hit foul into the net. And so Earps stays alive. Earps doesn't have a hit yet this series. After popping out in his first plate appearance, he's 0 for 8 in this series, so he is due for a hit. BJ Hyatt doesn't want to be the one to allow it. 0-2 the count, 1 out, base is empty, top of the 5th. Thunderheads already ahead 1-0. Here's the pitch. Runs low and inside. Earps has to scoot out of the way. That one was never really in danger of hitting him. He was just kind of trying to sell to the home plate umpire, hey, you see this is inside, right? You got it? And the home plate umpire, Lance Seelhamer, says, yes, I see that. Got it. 1-2 now the count. Righty on the mound, lefty Earps in the batter's box. Hyatt comes set, winds and throws. Swung on and missed. He was chasing a changeup in the dirt. And that's out number 2. Hyatt comes in, strikes out back-to-back Thunderheads hitters, and there's now 2 away. So now here comes Taylor Smart, the former Tennessee Volunteer, and he has one of the more interesting splits in terms of batting versus righty and left-handed hitters, or pitchers, that is. He's a right-handed hitter who has the numbers you'd expect. You expect right-handed hitters to hit better against left-handed pitching. He's hitting .333 versus lefties, but .188 versus righties. So the Lemurs started with a left-handed pitcher and brought in a right-handed pitcher here in relief in the 5th inning. I'm sure that makes Taylor Smart an unhappy man. He swings at the first pitch, hits it on the ground to short, scooped up and thrown over to first. Medeiros to Geiger. It's 3 up and 3 down for the Thunderheads in the top of the 5th. We will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lemurs trying to make up a 1-0 deficit. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks root for our baby blankets, and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit Hot Dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito Hamburger and Cabrito Hot Dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1990. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Lemurs up to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5, 6, and 7 due up this inning. That's Phipps, Silverio, and Valdez, for those of you scoring at home. Dennis Phipps to lead things off. He's 9th in the American Association with a .339 average so far this season. He's already 1 for 1 today, meaning he has hit safely in 4 of the last 5 games, including tonight's action. He had 2 hits on July 8th at Wichita, 1 hit on July 9th, 0 for 3 on Friday night, and 1 for 4 last night. Righty-righty matchup is Matt Larkins, the Thunderheads ace, out on the mound once again. Delivers a first-pitch fastball that misses high and inside for ball 1. Larkins is making his 12th start of the season, his 12th appearance as well. He has a 2.94 ERA and a 5-2 win-loss record. Here's the 1-0 offering. This is inside for ball 2. So Phipps will probably be looking at something nice to hit here. Phipps has played in every game so far this season for the Lemurs. This is his 50th game with the club after appearing in 66 games last summer. Here's the 2-0. Taking all the way is Phipps, and it's a called strike on the inside corner. So a couple of veterans with their respective clubs. Larkins is in his 3rd season with Amarillo. Phipps is in his 2nd season with the Lemurs. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Phipps grounds this one on one hop to the shortstop. Earps has to retreat a little bit to get it and then throws over to first to get the out. So Phipps grounds out to start off the 5th inning for the Laredo Lemurs. That brings up Juan Silverio. Matt Larkins was the opening day starter for the Thunderheads. We saw him right here at Uni-Trade Stadium. He got the win in a 9-1 victory for the Thunderheads. The Lemurs and Thunderheads ended up splitting that 4-game set. And the Thunderheads are now making their 2nd trip to Uni-Trade Stadium of the season. This is the first team that we will see for a 2nd time here in Laredo. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike on Silverio, who's 0 for 1 already today. Hitting .276 on the season, making his 39th appearance with the club. Here's the 0-1 offering. Misses low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Silverio's been playing professional baseball since he was 17 years old. Played from 2008 to 2012 in the White Sox organization before getting picked up by the Reds. That fastball misses low and outside, and that makes the count 2-1. Silverio spent the last 2 seasons in the Reds organization. Played 31 games at AAA Louisville, where he hit .247 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. This is his first appearance in independent baseball. He looks at another pitch there, and it misses outside to make the count 3-1. So Juan Silverio, a .276 hitter so far this season, has hit safely in the last 3 games, trying to make it 4 in a row. 3-1 pitch with the bases empty. In there for a called strike. Silverio already took a half step up the first base line. He thought that was ball 4. So the count full as the Lemurs trying to catch up. They're down 1-0. As Larkins works quickly, he winds and throws. And this one swung on, grounded down the third base line and foul. So Silverio stays alive. A warm one at Uni-Trade Stadium as the temperature flirting with 100 degrees. It was over 100 degrees at game start, and it's right about there right now. A soft breeze blowing out to left field. Definitely favors right-handed hitters at this park. 3-2 pitch, swung on, chopped down the third base line. Played on one hop by Smart at third base. Long throw across the diamond is in time to get Silverio, and there's quickly 2 away in the Lemurs half of the 5th. So it'll be Jeudy Valdez trying to get something going for the Lemurs. Spark a 2-out rally. He's 0 for his last 16. He is due to break out of this little slump. The 26-year-old shortstop out of San Antonio, Texas. 5'11", 190 pounds. He was born in the Dominican Republic. Signed at the age of 17 with the San Diego Padres. Spent 9 seasons in the Padres organization, so he's just 26, but he is a veteran. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. Larkins, the pitcher out of UC Riverside, is wasting no time, just mowing through the Lemurs batting order here today. Allowed just 1 hit. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Throwing bunt, pulling back, takes ball 1 as it misses high. Valdez just trying to reach base any way he can. He did walk last night. He also walked 3 nights ago at Wichita on July 9th. Otherwise, he spent a lot of time not being on the base paths. He scored one of the runs for the Lemurs last night in that 5-2 win. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He was out in front of a changeup. 1-2 the count from Matt Larkins to Jeudy Valdez. Base is empty, so the Lemurs have 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 1-0. Valdez calls time, kicks some dirt around in the right-handed batter's box. And now he says he's ready to go. Larkins is ready. He winds and fires. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Tag applied on Valdez. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Lemurs in the bottom of the 5th. We've played 5 full at Uni-Trade Stadium, and the Thunderheads lead this one 1-0.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care 1 athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant. Details and specials.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
So it's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Back here in Laredo with the Thunderheads leading the Lemurs 1-0. Top of the order due up as the Thunderheads will begin their 3rd trip through the batting order in the 6th inning. It'll be Vic, Valentin, and Juan Martinez against Lemurs reliever B.J. Hyatt, who started the last inning and was pretty darn good. Struck out 2 and induced a ground out on the 3rd batter he faced. See if he can keep going and get the Lemurs bats back up to the plate in the bottom of the inning to try to cut into this lead. Been a duel so far in this game. Matt Larkins for the Thunderheads has allowed just 1 hit, and the 1 base runner for the Lemurs. Dennis Phipps wasn't able to score after that single, and the Thunderheads got back-to-back singles to start off the 4th inning and were able to turn that into a run. Logan Vick had one of them. He has the game's only run. Vick is 1 for 2 at the plate so far today, after going 1 for 4 in each of the first 2 games of this series. He's a .314 hitter and a .326 hitter against righties. B.J. Hyatt, the right-handed pitcher on the mound. He's ready to go. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball right over the middle of the plate for strike 1. Boy, that looked like a pretty fat pitch from up here. Logan Vick laid off it. This park does not favor left-handed hitters. 345 down the right field line, and the wind often knocks those balls down. Here's the 0-1 offering. It's a 1-hopper to the plate. And so that's low for ball 1. Hyatt on the mound. This is his. He's thrown 18 2/3 innings. So once he gets this out, this will be his 19th complete inning of the season. 1-1 is the count, and the pitch to Vick misses upstairs for ball 2. 20th appearance of the season for B.J. Hyatt. He's allowed just a couple of earned runs, a 1.01 ERA. That's stellar. 2-1 is the count to the leadoff hitter, Logan Vick. Trying to get something going for the Thunderheads as they try to open up this lead a little bit more. Fastball catches the outside corner for strike 2. Logan Vick is a former Baylor Bear. He's 24 years old, 5'11", 205 pounds. Former 11th round pick of the Cleveland Indians. That was back in 2012. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, and he got a piece of it as it bounces off the chest protector of catcher Brian Peterson, so he stays alive at 2-2. Logan Vick is very good at getting on base. He is the single-season walks record holder at Baylor University. This is his 48th game with the Thunderheads this season. He's struck out 39 times, but he's also walked 39 times and recorded 172 official at-bats. 2-2 pitch, swung on, hit foul down the third base line. So once again, Vick staying alive. Vick was a third-team All-American at Baylor in 2012, led the Big 12 and ranked 8th nationally with 23 doubles. He also hit .347, which was good for 7th in the Big 12 Conference, and his .440. From the windup, here's the pitch from Hyatt. It's in the dirt. Did he check his swing or did he go around? He went around. Strike 3. Vick not able to lay off the low breaking ball. He will head back to the dugout. That's out number 1. And the third strikeout of the game already for B.J. Hyatt. He's faced 4 batters, struck out 3 of them, and gotten a ground out on the other one. So that will bring up the right fielder, Geraldo Valentin, out of Rio Piedra, Puerto Rico. He's 32 years old. Played his college ball here stateside at Southern Arkansas University. He's in his second season with Amarillo. 283 hitter so far this season. Base is empty with 1 out. He looks at a first pitch fastball that misses low. Just a bit below the kneecaps. And the umpire calls that ball 1. B.J. Hyatt in relief of Lemurs starter John Jones, who just joined the team today. Lemurs released Byron Wiley to make a roster spot for the new pitcher. Also releasing pitcher Travis Stout, and they will activate Mark Haynes from the inactive list. That'll happen tomorrow. 1-0 pitch. Did he check his swing? The umpire at home will just say no, he went around. Or that was over the strike zone anyway. It's a little bit tough to tell from our vantage point, right behind the Thunderheads dugout in the third base side of Uni-Trade Stadium. So the count evens up at 1-1 to Valentin, who shakes his head a little bit. He was kind of talking over his shoulder at the home plate umpire. So the righty-righty matchup continues. Thunderheads looking for their third base runner of the game. Check that would be their fourth base runner of the game. So they got the bases loaded in the 4th inning. That pitch missed low and bounced all the way to the backstop. Peterson will come out to the mound and hand-deliver the baseball to B.J. Hyatt. And they'll chat it up for a moment. Recapping that 4th inning for the Thunderheads, which is really the only inning in which anything happened in this ball game. Vick led off with a single. Hit and run was on with Valentin at the plate. He singled, advancing Vick to third. With runners on the corners, Juan Martinez walked, and Stefan Gartrell struck out. So there was 1 out, and the bases were loaded. Rene Leverett hit a long fly ball to the warning track in left center field. That brought in the run, and then Jason Martin grounded out to end the inning. Hyatt comes set, and he will come home with the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. 2-2 now the count. 1 out, and the base is empty for the Thunderheads here in the 6th inning. So in that inning, in that 4th inning, that is, the Thunderheads had the bases loaded with no outs, and then with 1 out, and they were only able to score 1 run. John Jones, that was his last inning, and now B.J. Hyatt has taken over for the Lemurs, and he's been lights out. 2-2 pitch on the way to Valentin. Misses low. Count runs full. And the pace of this game had been exceptionally fast for the first 3 innings. And that 4th inning rolled around, and it was a long inning because there were runners on base. And then B.J. Hyatt comes in. He just has a much slower pace. He likes to pitch slower. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, chopped to short on 2 hops, played by Medeiros. He gathers, throws to first. Valentin is out by about 3 steps. That was just a nice throw there by Medeiros, right on the money. Sometimes it's easy as a shortstop to lose your concentration. You have too much time. You maybe mishandle the transfer from glove to throwing hand. You take an extra half step because you see how much time you have, and suddenly the throw gets away from you. He stays focused and gets the out. And that will bring up Juan Martinez with 2 outs and the base is empty in the 6th inning. Martinez is a right-handed hitter who hits .343 against right-handed pitching. Swings at the first pitch, hits it right back. Hyatt stabs it. He will underhand flip to second. He could have taken it himself if he wanted to. He wanted to get the first baseman Geiger involved on that putout. Score it 1-3. 3 up and 3 down for the Thunderheads here in the 6th. We will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 1-0. Lemurs trying to even it up.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade has quality trained person
chicken and handcrafted biscuits. Everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes. Lemurs trailing 1-0. They're in need of some offense here. They have just 1 hit through the first 5 innings. Brian Peterson to the plate. He was the hero in last night's game. He went 3 for 3. He picked up his 1,000th career hit and then added 2 more after that, including a home run, and knocked in 2 runs total. Here's the first pitch to Peterson. He swings, chops it back up the middle, played at short on a couple hops by Earps, and he throws over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. That's what Matt Larkins likes to see out there on the mound. He's just thrown 59 pitches, and he's now recorded 16 outs. 5 1/3 innings pitched for Matt Larkins, and he's done it on just 59 pitches. That's pretty impressive, as he induces Peterson's second out of the ballgame on the 6-3 ground out. Base is still empty for the Lemurs as Medeiros, the number 9 hitter, comes up for the Lemurs. This will complete the Lemurs' second trip through the batting order, and they really haven't done much against Matt Larkins, just the 1 hit. First pitch, showing bunt, pulling back, misses high, ball 1. To Jared Medeiros. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Dennis Phipps, the owner of the only hit of the day for the Lemurs. He's also been the only base runner today for Laredo. Larkins, the righty, winds and fires. And this one in there for a strike at the letters. Just going back to Brian Peterson's night last night. Very impressive game. He was picked as the player of the game, which means I interviewed him on the field afterwards. He got a Gatorade bath. I guess just ice water. This pitch swung on, hit in the air to shallow right field. Calling everyone else off, Valentin will come in from right field and make the catch. And there's quickly 2 outs. 4 pitches so far and 2 outs this inning for Matt Larkins. So Ty Morrison will come to the plate. Let's just see if he can see some pitches and let this half inning extend a little bit longer, because it's been super quick so far. Lineup turns over here for the Lemurs. They begin their 3rd trip through the batting order. Ty Morrison to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Wrapping up that thought on Brian Peterson, if you want to see his Gatorade bath, check it out on Twitter, on my Twitter, at Cameron Songer. He makes a pretty funny face at the end. It's pretty awesome. First pitch, called strike at the knees to Ty Morrison. That was my plug of my personal Twitter. I'll be done with that now. 0-1 pitch. Morrison swings and hits it foul down the third base line. The count now 0-2. That was pitch number 64 of the game by Matt Larkins. Just the 6th pitch of the inning. He certainly does not want to waste time. He works very quickly from the first base side of the rubber. He winds and throws, and this fastball misses high. Measuring 87 miles an hour on the radar gun. Here's the 1-2 offering. It's not going to be playable by Smart. He lost it as he went up with the throw. It bounces all the way back towards the plate and in foul territory. Score that an infield single. That would have been a very tough play there for Taylor Smart. So Morrison will stand on first base with an infield single. That was essentially a swinging bunt, but I'm sure Ty Morrison will take it. It's the 2nd hit of the game for the Lemurs, which means they are now pulling even with the Thunderheads in that category. Devontae Richardson at the plate. He's got home run pop. We saw it last night. 1 swing of the bat, and the Lemurs can take the lead, or at least tie this game. Morrison has some serious wheels over there on first base. Richardson at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. Richardson, the proud owner of a .360 batting average. And that one grazed his shoulder on the way in. Looked like the catcher, Bass, asking Richardson about it because Richardson turned and smiled at the catcher before making his way up the first base line. Takes the bat out of Devontae Richardson's hand, but now the Lemurs have a man in scoring position with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here we go. Morrison advances to second on the hit by pitch. Richardson reaches base. Richardson recently had a 21-game hitting streak come to an end. That was back on July 7th. Hit .385 during that stretch with 15 runs scored, 7 runs batted in. And in those 21 games, he struck out just 15 times. So Kevin Taylor at the plate now, the left-handed hitter with runners on first and second. First pitch misses outside. Taylor's hitting .317 on the season. He's 0 for 2 today. 6 foot even, 200 pounds, 23 years old. This is his 49th appearance with the Lemurs, so he's missed just 1 game so far this season. Probably a day in which he had the day off. Looks at a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. Larkins, the righty, on the mound. This is the most trouble he's been in all night. Had allowed just 1 hit through the first 5 innings. Got the first 2 men out in the 6th inning. Now there's runners on first and second. 1-1 pitch. Taylor takes, and it misses outside for ball 2. The runner on second is Morrison. He represents the tying run. Devontae Richardson on first. He's the go-ahead run. Score 1-0 in the game. Kevin Taylor at the plate. He has 3 home runs this season, 24 runs batted in, 51 total hits. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on. Hit in the air towards right field, but it's playable, and Valentin tracks it down, makes the catch for out number 3. Just a little bit further to the left, and that's in the right center field gap, and some Lemurs are running around the bases and running and running and running. Instead, the Lemurs leave runners on first and second. We're through 6 full. The Lemurs trail 1-0.
Chavarria's Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarria's is a full-service company with up-to-date technology, trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarria's is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
All right, top of the 7th inning. New pitcher here for the Lemurs. To tell you all about him and to take you the rest of the way, here's Bill Harrington.
All right, thanks, Cameron. Here we go. 1-0 Amarillo to the top of the 7th inning. And Johan Montero's in to pitch now for the Laredo Lemurs. So John Jones got the start for Laredo. B.J. Hyatt follows up, and then Johan Montero now takes the mound. It's 1-0 Amarillo. Each team has 2 hits. But the Amarillo ThunderHeads were able to take advantage of theirs, and the Lemurs have not taken advantage of theirs so far here tonight. Well, not easy to score runs with only 2 hits up on the board. Here's the pitch to Stefan Gartrell. Gartrell will miss. See that one miss a little bit low.
Gartrell on the day 0 for 2. Montero will kick and throw home. That one swung on, popped up over to the right side. Geiger into foul territory over by the Lemurs dugout will make the grab. So a pop up in the foul territory, and there's one down. And Rene Leverett coming up to the plate. So Montero on the year, he's got a record of 1 win and 2 losses for the Lemurs. He has posted a 5.06 ERA through 10 games. He's made 1 start for the Lemurs, and he's thrown in 10. Rene Leverett into the batter's box. Back in the second, he hit a sac as he looks at a strike here. No balls and 1 strike. That was a fastball there from Montero. We haven't seen Montero on the mound since July 9th, the 0-1. A strike on the outside corner again. Same spot, no balls and 2 strikes. So Leverett in a hole. Jason Martin is on deck. Lemurs pitcher's looking good here today, and Montero looking to keep that pace going for the ball club. And the 0-2 pitch. That one is low and outside. The problem for the Lemurs is that Matt Larkins, the Amarillo Thunderhead starting pitcher, he's looking good as well. He has been hit off him as a ball's taken here from Leverett. Well, Phipps got a base hit in the second, but the Lemurs were shut down in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning. And then finally got a base hit by Ty Morrison in the 6th. Montero into the full windup. Here's the 2-2. Swung and missed. A big hack there by Rene Leverett, and he swings and misses, and that's strike 3. Jason Martin now coming up to the plate. So 2 down. And a bullpen game here for the Laredo Lemurs with B.J. Hyatt taking over to start off the 5th inning. He retired the side in order twice, once in the 5th and once in the 6th. Amarillo got their lone run of the ball game back in the 4th. It was a leadoff base hit by Logan Vick. And then another base hit by Geraldo Valentin. Here's the pitch to the batter. Jason Martin, he takes low for a ball. Then Juan Martinez walked, so the bases were loaded against starter John Jones. And he was able to kind of work out of the trouble. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung and a liner down the right field line, but it curves foul. Yeah, Gartrell came up to the plate with the bases loaded. He struck out. Then Rene Leverett hit that sac fly that we just told you about to bring home a run with the bases loaded. The runner from second advanced to third, so there was runners at the corners, and then Jason Martin grounded out. Here's a line drive off the bat of the batter Martin. That goes into right field for a base hit, just out of the range of the second baseman for the Lemurs, Jeudy Valdez. Valdez was very close to catching that one. Corey Bass coming up to the plate now for Amarillo earlier tonight, and he struck out in his last at-bat. So this will be his 3rd at-bat of the night. 1-0 Amarillo. Now, and Montero will go ahead and throw over there and make sure he gets back. Anytime a guy gets out to the lip of the grass, where the corner of the grass is kind of cut out there by first base, you can really tell it's a big lead. Martin not with quite as big as a lead as he just had, but he runs anyway, and the pitch is in there for a... And that's going to be a stolen base for Jason Martin, so he gets into second base. And that's going to be his 6th stolen base of the season. He had 5 last year as well for Amarillo, but the previous season before that in 2013, he had 14. Of course, that's through a full year. He has yet to play a full year here. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch. That's a strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Fastballs an hour right now. That's the fastest I've seen him throw. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second and 2 down. Barros is there. He'll flip over to first base, and that's going to take care of the Amarillo Thunderheads. Here in the 7th inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. The Lemurs are down 1-0. They need to get their bats going. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this. Integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes. ArmadilloHomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh. It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos. We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go. We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Dustin Geiger's going to lead it off for the Laredo Lemurs. He'll be followed up by Dennis Phipps, and then Juan Silverio will come up to the plate. So the Lemurs are down 1-0. Matt Larkin staying on the mound for the Amarillo Thunderheads, and why not? He's pitched a good ball game. He has thrown 72 pitches so far tonight. And Geiger's going to try to find out the combination to how to beat Matt Larkin's here starting right now. So Geiger, in his last at bat, he flew out to center field. In his previous bat before that, he popped up to the second baseman. So Geiger the batter. Larkin's on the hill. He's ready to go. We'll get you the scoreboard from around the American Association this half inning. As the first pitch to Geiger misses outside. That was a fastball. So some games already in the books today around the AA. Fargo big over Ottawa. 17-5, the 1-0. That one low and away. So Fargo just clubs the Ottawa champions. Wichita Wingnuts, they win their ball game over the Kansas City T-Bones. Wichita 10, Kansas City 3. Winnipeg over St. Paul 3-2. The 2-0 pitch swung on, and that one's fouled off the leg of Dustin Geiger. And it rolls up the first baseline, but the home plate umpire saw it, and it is a foul ball. 1-0 Amarillo. Sioux Falls 8, Gary 1. That is also a final. So those are the 4 finals for you. 3 games currently in action in the AA. Sioux City is beating Joplin right now, 8-4. Joplin had won the first 2 games of that series. And Cameron Songer pointed out something interesting to me of that ball game. Well, not in the ball game particularly, but the 2-1 pitch swung on, hit high in the air into left field. Charging in, Logan Vick. He'll go towards the left field line. He'll get there and make the catch. That'll be the first out. After the game's over between Sioux City and Joplin, Sioux City gets to head on home to Sioux City, Iowa. They're in Joplin right now. They're going to get home, and they're going to have 2 days off before the Lemurs come up there and play them starting early next week. So the Lemurs will play Sioux City on Wednesday. The Lemurs have Tuesday off. Well, you might say, well, there's a day off for you guys. Well, that day is going to be spent in the bus. There's really not a day off. It's just a travel day. Here's a ground ball up the third baseline, foul. So Sioux City will get 2 days off, and sure, they have to travel, but Joplin to Sioux City, I would imagine, just off the top of my head, maybe 8 hours at the most. Maybe not even that far. No balls and 1 strike. And then they'll get home, and they'll have a couple of days to rest before the Lemurs come into town. The 0-1 pitch, low. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Lemurs have that to look forward to, and they head on up there. Of course, Sioux City doing very well already this season. And it's a 1-1 delivery coming up from Matt Larkins. And here, Swan and fouled back.
Joplin to Sioux City, according to the American Association League program, is 429 miles apart. So that's a very manageable bus ride by Laredo standards.
Right. The Laredo Lemurs have the longest bus rides in minor league baseball, just so you know. I mean, our shortest trip is 6.5 hours to Grand Prairie. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. That's going to be strike 3 to Dennis Phipps. We're all the way down here, of course, in South Texas. And our closest team is the Grand Prairie Air Hogs, which is up in the Dallas area. And then just to get to Amarillo, it takes 11 hours. And we're still in the state of Texas at that point. 1-0 Amarillo. So here's the rest of your scoreboard. Lincoln is up over Grand Prairie 11-3. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning. And, of course, you know the score here, 1-0 Amarillo. Juan Silverio, the batter. And he'll watch a pitch miss outside. There's 2 outs in the inning. Dustin Geiger popped out to left, and Dennis Phipps just struck out. 1 ball and no strikes. The throw is low. 2-0 now to Silverio. Silverio on the day 0 for 2. He flew out to center field in his first at bat, and then he grounded out to third base back in the 5th. Larkins deals, and that one is swung on and missed. Look out in the stands. There goes the bat. Helicopters into the stands, and hopefully okay. I guess there's one lucky thing about having nobody down there right now, is that no one got hurt by that bat. So Juan Silverio will leave the bat in the stands, and he'll go up and get a new one. Yeah, you gotta have your eyes open, watch the game. I mean, even though it's a little bit tough to get out of a way of a bat coming your way. So Juan Silverio back over by the on-deck circle. He's going to get the pine tar and get a new baseball bat and put a little bit more pine tar on that one. Well, he's got a smile on his face, so I guess everybody's okay, which is a good thing. Don't want to see anybody get hurt here at the ballpark, just coming out to try to enjoy a ball game, and all of a sudden you get a baseball bat upside the head. That would not be fun. So Silverio going to get back into the batter's box. He's looking at a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. It's 1-0 Amarillo. Lemurs trying to figure out Matt Larkins here tonight. Larkins has been dealing. He's been wheeling and dealing. He's like a car salesman out there. The 2-1 swung on, popped up, shallow right. Going out, Martinez coming in, Valentin. Martinez is calling for it, the second baseman. In shallow right, he'll make the catch, and the Lemurs go down in order. So that's going to do it. We're through 7 innings. We're heading to the top of the 8th. 1-0 Amarillo.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may arm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown. When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
All right, to the 8th inning we go. It's 1-0 Amarillo. Tyler Earps into the batter's box. He'll be followed up by Taylor Smart. Montero stays on the mound for Laredo, and he throws a fastball here. It misses inside. So it's 1 run on 3 hits for Amarillo. No runs on 2 hits for the Laredo Lemurs. The pitch swung on and fouled off. That one might have got a piece of the Lemurs catcher, Brian Peterson. So here's your big league scoreboard. Go ahead and give you what went on in the big leagues today. Only 1 game currently going on in Major League Baseball. And then you have the All-Star break coming up. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch swung on and a hard hit ground ball up the middle. That'll be a base hit. So Tyler Earps reaches on the single, and that's going to be his first hit of the day. Yeah, the All-Star break starting tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, they'll actually have the All-Star game. So tomorrow's the Home Run Derby. Cameron, you and I will get to talk about the Home Run Derby during our game tomorrow night. We'll have to bring people some exciting news about the Home Run Derby tomorrow. Well, here's your scoreboard from around Major League. So that game inactive. The Mets beat the Arizona 1. Cincinnati was on the road, by the way. They were in Miami, so the All-Star game's being played in Cincinnati, just in case you didn't. Bunt shown and pulled back. Oakland beats the Cleveland Indians 2-0. And the New York Yankees get by the Boston Red Sox 8-6. Washington slips by Baltimore 3-2. That's a pretty good match. Bunt shown, bunted at, bunted foul. Minnesota over Detroit 7-1. Look at the Twins go. Twins doing well. Kansas City. Cubbies over the White Sox 3-1. And the Padres beat the Texas Rangers, got the better of the Phils. The 1-1 pitch, bunted out again, and that one's better. Taylor Smart, the number 9 hitter in the order for Amarillo. Yeah, the Giants. Rockies over the Braves 11-3. Milwaukee 3. There's a foul again. Geiger had to kick it wide. He knocked it. Made sure it didn't hit the line. And there's one down, first base.
Going off, it's because Taylor Smart was the strikeout batter tonight, fans, for the rest of the inning. So they're all rushing to the concession stand right now.
They like their cerveza here in Laredo, no doubt about it. 1-0 Amarillo. Runner at first base, and into the batter's box is Logan Vick. Vick takes a look at a strike on the inside corner, a good fastball there. Yeah, not a thirsty Thursday today, but the 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. The defense has done pretty well here tonight, but usually the offense is what gets the cheers. For the Lemurs in the bottom of the 8th inning, it's going to be Valdez, Peterson, and Maderos coming up to the plate. So it's the 7, 8, 9 guys in the batting order. And the pitch by Montero. High for a ball. So with the All-Star game upon us, I mentioned to you at the ballpark at the beginning of the new bars, some new concession stands. A nurse put in 20 self-serve yourself. You have to wait in line for the person in front of you to do it for themselves. Montero throws. He'll flip to second for 1. Back over to first base. It's not going to be in time. Lemurs try to turn a double play, but that was a tough one there. The 3-6-3 is probably the toughest one, or the 3-6-1, as that one was. It's usually the toughest double play to try to turn in. So Vic reaches on a fielder's choice, and there's now 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Geraldo Valentin. So in addition to the 20 self-serve beer stations, there's going to be other improvements made, and now manager Pete Cavilla is coming out of the dugout. Other improvements announcements include a new scoreboard sponsored by Procter & Gamble. Woo! So a meeting on the mound. So free public Wi-Fi. Get this. Not only can you get your own beer, but through a sponsorship of La Rosa's Pizza and soft drinks delivered to their seats. Parks around Major League Baseball, but that's kind of interesting. The Reds Hall of Fame is partnering with Banks of Nicole. And they're going to have an LED video board installed on the west side of the museum facing Freedom Way. So that's going to be near their museum there. Of course, a lot of Hall of Famers for the Cincinnati Reds. 2 outs and a runner on. The pitch is called the strike on the inside corner to Geraldo Valentin. Valentin on the day, he is 1 for 3. They're also going to replace some of the speakers there at the Great American Ballpark. The 0-1, the runner goes. The pitch is lined into left field. Hit pretty well. Going back on the ball is Kevin Taylor. It's over his head and it bangs off the wall. Coming around third score is Logan Vick. And going in with a stand-up double is Geraldo Valentin. So Vick goes into motion on the pitch. Valentin rips the ball and it hits off of the wall in left field. So Valentin with a stand-up double, his second hit of the day. He has an RBI, and it's now a 2-0 lead for Amarillo. 2 runs on 5 hits for the people getting the beer base side concessionaire section. Montero throws as he hits the lip of the grass. He'll throw over to first base, and that'll take care of Martinez. That takes and 1 left. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. The Lemurs need for a strikeout with Driscoll Health Plan for completing Texas Healthcare Check.
Decidí matricularme y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
3, 2, 1. Number one. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeouts. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge! Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come.
All right, back to action here at Uni-Trade Stadium. We'll get the ball game on there for you. J.Rudy Valdez stepping up into the batter's box, and it's 2-0 Amarillo. He swings at the first pitch, chops it over to the shortstop. Earps with the backhand. The long throw over to first base, and Rene Leverett reaches and gets the ball. That's a nice 6-3 put out there by the Amarillo ThunderHeads for the first out here in the inning. They're showing the young man because he's been lost here at the ballpark, and they're trying to get the parents to find him. They do that here at this place. They've been doing it for the last couple of seasons. It usually works really well. They show the child up, the parent comes running shortly after that. Brian Peterson going to step up into the batter's box. 2-0 Amarillo. So a little bit more about the All-Star game. This is going to be the 86th All-Star game that the Cincinnati Reds are going to host. Not their 86th. It's going to be Major League Baseball's 86th All-Star game. First pitch to Peterson's in there for a strike. This is going to be the 5th time, though, that the Reds have hosted the Midsummer Classic. And Great American Ballpark will be the 3rd venue to host the festivities there in Cincinnati as Peterson sees a ball. Crosley Field had the All-Star game back in 1938 and back in 1953 as well. Riverfront Stadium, remember that old ballpark, the L1. Inside. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Peterson. Lemurs down 2-0. Yeah, Riverfront Stadium held the Midsummer Classic back in 1970 and in 1988. And now the new ballpark, the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, will host it. The 2-1 pitch misses up. 3 balls and 1 strike to Peterson. Well, looking down into the bullpen for Amarillo, there is somebody warming up for them. So they got an arm going. It looks like a lefty's throwing just by a quick glance down the left field line. The 3-1 is low. Ball 4. The Lemurs have a base runner. That's what they're looking for. Last time they had a base runner was in the 6th inning. Ty Morrison reached on a single, and right after that, Devontre Richardson was hit by a pitch. So the Lemurs had 2 base runners on then, but there was 2 outs at the time, and Kevin Taylor hit the ball well, but out to right field, and it was caught by Valentin. So coming up to the plate is Jared Medeiros for Laredo with a runner at first base. Lemurs down 2-0. Lemurs at this point do not really have anybody with speed on the bench if the game was close. Here's a ground ball. Second baseman Martinez. He'll turn around, flip over to Herbst for 1. They spin and throw over to first base. It's a double play. That's going to do it for Laredo. Just like that, the Amarillo Thunderheads are heading back towards the dugout. It's 2-0 Amarillo here in Laredo.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubba-da, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain Refreshment, Blue Mountain Refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kaila Norte, Suite number 11. To experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, therapy treatments, and many more. From emergent paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is 712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career 800. Right now, in College Laredo, you'll have the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. 617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
All right, we go to the top of the De La Cruz ball game. They have turned on the lights here. I thought we might get a game in without the lights on. I guess we would call that a day game, wouldn't we? If we didn't play without the lights going on at all. As the pitch comes in and it's in there for a strike to Stefan Gartrell. We'd have to call that a day game. I have a stat, night games and day games. I'd have to put it under the day game stat, depending on the win and the loss. Huh, interesting. No balls and one strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Change up there. So Luis De La Cruz on the season, 1 win and 2 losses, a 5.87 ERA. He has pitched in 7 games for Laredo, has thrown 7 2/3 innings, has walked 5, and has given up 6 base hits so far this year. No balls and 2 strikes. As he tries to get Stefan Gartrell out. The pitch. Barely missed outside. That one right at the letters, and Brian Peterson tried to hold it there for his pitcher De La Cruz, but the Lemurs could not get the call. De La Cruz is coming off 2 rough outings. He's picked up 2 losses in those last 2 outings. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Both of those losses for Laredo were 1-0. So De La Cruz came into those ball games, and it was a tie score of 0-0. And De La Cruz gave up the 1 run each time. So he's looking to rebound here tonight. Of course, he's not in that situation here this evening, but still trying to hold the Amarillo Thunderheads down to no runs. The 1-2. Fastball misses up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So at Great American Ballpark tomorrow, they're going to have the Home Run Derby. And the Home Run Derby is set. The brackets are set with what batters will be in the Home Run Derby. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On hit high and deep to left center. Going back on the ball is Taylor. He's going to give up on it. It goes over the wall, and it's a home run for Stefan Gartrell. His 8th of the year. His 2nd against Laredo this season. He'll round the bases. And that's going to make it 3-0 in favor of Amarillo. So Gartrell with a home run. And that puts the Lemurs in a little bit of a deeper hole. So yeah, 8 home runs for Gartrell, and actually that's going to be his 3rd home run against Laredo. I said his 2nd. His 2nd in this series, his 3rd overall this season. He had one in Amarillo against Laredo earlier this year when he was recently signed by the Amarillo Thunderheads. Here's the pitch to the new batter, Rene Leverett. He takes outside for a ball. That home run up in Amarillo was a doozy there. The Laredo Lemurs were down in that ball game, and they came back. They tied the game up at 8. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Gartrell came up to the plate and hit a 2-run home run to make it a 10-8 score, and the Lemurs ended up losing. As the next pitch to Leverett is called the strike on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. They had worked a way to come back into that one. I know they were down. Rene Leverett trying to hit a home run of his own. So here's the brackets in tomorrow's Home Run Derby. Albert Pujols is going to be taking on Chris Bryant. So that's going to be the first round. This is all first round stuff. But they've turned them into brackets this year. The pitch. High for a ball. Pujols and Bryant, that's going to be called the Battle of the Legend versus the Kid. And Frazier is going to be a hometown hero trying to fend off Fielder. So Frazier from the Cincinnati Reds, Todd Frazier against Prince Fielder. That's 2-7 going at it. The 2-2 pitch called a strike on the outside part of the plate. That's strike 3. The umpire rang it up as if it was just another strike. But it's actually strike 3. So Leverrea struck out 3 times today. The 3-6 matchup in the home run derby is Josh Donaldson against Anthony Rizzo. Donaldson of the Blue Jays and Rizzo of the Chicago Cubs. So 2 Cubbies are in it. That's pretty exciting for them. And into the batter's box is Jason Martin. Martin sees a pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Peterson and Machado are going to go at it. That's Peterson's the number 4 seed, and Machado is number 5. Peterson from the Dodgers. Machado, of course, from the Baltimore Orioles. And the pitch swung on and fouled off. 1 out here. It's 3-0 Amarillo. We're in the top of the 9th inning. And the Lemurs need a little Lemur magic in the bottom half of the inning. They're trying to get back into the dugout right now, though. So there's all your matchups for the home run derby tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be fun to see that. I'll have to set my DVR. We'll be here for the ball game. The 0-2 swung on, popped straight up. Will Peterson have a play on this? He goes back. He's at the fence, and he'll watch it drop about 5 rows back at Uni-Trade Stadium. No All-Star game this year in the American Association. Last year they had an All-Star game. It was up in Winnipeg. And from what I understand, it was a great event. I was not invited. Apparently, I'm not the all-star broadcaster in the league. No balls and 2 strikes. No, the home broadcaster gets to do the work. Line drive to the second baseman. Jeudy Valdez is right there to make the catch. Yeah, Steve Schuster, the broadcaster for the Winnipeg Goldeyes. Steve Schuster, probably the classiest broadcaster in the American Association. There's a lot of class acts. Steve Schuster is really, really good. He's a great broadcaster, and he's got a fine job up there in Winnipeg with the Goldeyes. He used to be with the Wichita Wingnuts. He started off with the Wingnuts, and kind of a strange story for Schuster. He actually left the Wingnuts for another position and got out of baseball. I don't think he was even out of baseball for a season. He was just out of baseball for an offseason. And here's a line drive in the right field. Richardson will move back. He'll make the catch. Long story short, Schuster ended up with the Winnipeg Goldeyes after that short offseason, after leaving the Wichita Wingnuts. So that's going to do it for Amarillo. They get a home run off the bat of Stefan Gartrell. We're going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Lemurs down 3. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon.
Mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Hey Lemurs fans, every Thursday night at Uni-Trade Stadium is a Thirsty Thursday. Come on out and enjoy cold Miller Lite draft beers for only $1. That's right, beer for $1. You can get tickets online at LaredoLemurs.com or by phone at 956-7-LEMURS. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. Real proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn walks, and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at TexasInflatableRentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Reynolds, Laredo's largest water slides.
All right, to the bottom of the 9th inning we go. Lemurs down 3-0. And for the Lemurs, here in the 9th inning, it's going to be the top of the order. So the best part coming up here, Ty Morrison, Devontre Richardson, and Kevin Taylor will start things off. So here's Ty Morrison. He singled in his last inning. It misses outside for a ball. Game 6-3. It was played up in Sioux City. The 1-0. Innings give up 3 runs, 2 earned pitch. Throw, it's not going to be in time. And that's going to be an... So the Lemurs start off for Ty Morrison, and here comes Richardson. Still some bullpen action for Amarillo, the 8th inning, and now a right-handed at bat. Here's the pitch home, and that is high. The Laredo Lemurs. Last game of the series tomorrow night before the Lemurs have a day off on Tuesday. And a ground ball over to the shortstop, grabbing it. Earps, he'll flip to second for one. There's going to be no throw to first base. Richardson running, and he runs. So a 6-4 put out there at second base, and there's one down. And Devontae Richardson is safe at first, and he's in 2 losses. Trying to put another win up for him. He'd be 6-2 if he gets tonight, but the Lemurs trying to disrupt that. And the pitch. Fastball away, slightly above the belt, but it misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. The runs for Amarillo, 1 came back in the 4th, 1 in the 8th, and 1 in the 9th inning. Lemurs have zeros all the way across. Here's the pitch. Called a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. The throw. Misses outside. That was a close pitch there, but a good eye by Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor does have a good eye. Taylor on the year with 33 walks. He's currently 4th in the league in that category, so he can definitely earn a walk from time to time. And that could always help out a team. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Low. That's ball 3. So now a 3-1 count. Taylor touches the far end of the plate with his bat. And Matt Larkins will get ready to throw the 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Called a strike on the inside corner. That one's slightly below the belt. Another fastball there from Matt Larkins. Lemurs, by the way, are currently 2nd in the league in walks. They have 178 walks this year. Starting the night, that is. So Lemurs doing well in that category. Runner at first base and 1 down. The delivery swung on and fouled off. Just an emergency swing there by Taylor. He gets a piece of it and fouls it off back up into the screen. So he'll see another pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matt Larkins looking into his catcher. He's getting the sign from Corey Bass. Larkins has only walked 1 batter here tonight. And he's also hit a batter. The pitch swung on and a line drive down the third base side. Foul. That got me up out of my seat real quick. So the count will stay at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Larkins, the starting pitcher for tonight's ball game. The Lemurs have used 4 pitchers today. And a new guy, John Jones, got the start. John Jones was with the Lemurs back in 28 games, and he's back with the Lemurs now. 2 pitch, swung on, popped up down to the stands. 3 or 4 rows back as it bangs against the seat. So another pitch coming up for Kevin Taylor. (3-0) Amarillo. Taylor getting comfortable in the back. And Larkins will reach coming in as Martin. He'll get. And Lemurs are down 3-0. Geiger, a big right-handed batter, 10 home runs on the year, so he could change the face of the ball game very quickly. Wind is blowing out to left field right now. Dennis Phipps is on deck. Larkins deals home. And that one is low and outside. So a good pitch there by Larkins, seeing if Geiger's going to go ahead and go chasing for one. He did not, so he was able to lay off of it. 1 ball and no strikes. Lemurs down 3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 down. Devontae Richardson is over there at first. That's a strike dotted on the outside corner. They popped up to the second base inning, so everything in the air today for Laredo. And he'll have an opportunity. And now Bobby Brown immediately up and out of the dugout, and he's calling for some bullpen action. He's going to bring somebody in right now, and we'll tell you who it is when we get back. We'll take a timeout, come back and tell you about the new pitcher for Amarillo, Matt Larkins, and not away from getting a complete game here against Laredo. But he's going to leave, and the Lemurs have a chance to tie it up with tie and run coming up to the plate. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs, now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. Our south location is located at 5102 State Highway 359. Laredo Sports Medicine offers an array of services from physical therapy to our newest service, orthopedic surgery. Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic is changing orthopedic care one athlete at a time. Visit our website at laredosportsmed.com for more information.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. All right, Randy Hamrick in to pitch for the Amarillo Thunderheads. It's 3-0. Amarillo, we're in the bottom of the 9th inning with 2 outs and runners at first and second for Laredo. So Dennis Phipps has a big opportunity here in the bottom of the 9th inning to try to tie up the ball game, or at least keep the game going for Laredo. Hamrick fires. That pitch is swung on and fouled back. Hamrick pitched the other night on July 10th against the Laredo Lemurs. That was on the opening night of this series back on Friday. And he ended up pitching an inning and picked up the save. It was another game where the Laredo Lemurs did not pick up any runs. In fact, it was a 3-0 final. We have a 3-0 score right here, but it is not a final. Runners at first and second base. Here's the 0-1. Low and outside. So Hamrick, with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss this season, a 1.52 ERA. He's pitching in his 24th game, and he has 7 saves under his belt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dennis Phipps. Phipps has a hit. That came back in the second inning. He's 1 for 3. The pitch. Outside. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Phipps. Definitely the advantage going to Dennis, because last thing Hamrick wants to do is fall behind 3-1 at this point. Phipps on the year with 5 home runs. A home run can tie up the ball game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's high, ball 3. So now a big pitch from Hamrick coming up. Juan Silverio is on deck for the Laredo Lemurs. Three balls, 1 strike. Hamrick sets, he throws. Low, ball 4. The bases are loaded. Juan Silverio will be the batter. Well, Juan Silverio has a Grand Slam home run already this season. That came back on June 27th against Grand Prairie. It ended up giving the Lemurs a 4-3 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Laredo went on to win that ball game that night. 3-0 Amarillo, bottom of 9, 2 outs, bases full of Lemurs. Juan Silverio 0 for 3 in the game. The pitch. Swings and pops it up behind home plate. It's going to get into foul territory and actually back into the seats here at the ballpark. So no balls and 1 strike to Silverio. Silverio with a fly out to center earlier tonight. He grounded out to third base and then popped up to the second baseman. We're asking some fans here to make some noise. And the lights are illuminating Uni-Trade Stadium right now. Wind blowing out to left, and the 0-1. Low for a ball. Good eye there by Silverio, laying off of that pitch. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Richardson's at third. Geiger's at second. Phipps over at first base for the Lemurs. They could turn this game around with 1 swing of the bat. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung and fouled off. That's up and over the stadium. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Silverio tightening up his batting gloves after that swing. Lemurs are down 3, but the tying run over at third base for the Lemurs right now. Scratch that, over at first base for the Lemurs right now. The 1-2. Swung on and a line drive, hit well into left field. Vick is on the run, and the ball is going to be bouncing off of the wall. 1 run's in, 2 runs are in. Here comes the third. The throw to the plate is not in time. The Lemurs have tied it up. Juan Silverio's hanging in at third base. The Lemurs have tied it up with 1 swing of the bat of Juan Silverio. Richardson scores from third. Geiger comes in from second. Phipps hustling all the way around from first base scores a run. Silverio will be given a triple. And he clears off the bases, and now he's the winning run over at third base. The ball hit the warning track, bounced up against the wall. And, of course, with 2 outs, everybody was on the move. So a tied-up ball game. And here's Jeudy Valdez in a big situation. He'll see a fastball that misses high. And the Lemurs would love to end it right here. And Silverio with a big triple. And remember, Silverio can come home if there's a pass ball. There's an opportunity there, or a wild pitch. The delivery, swung on and fouled back. Jeudy Valdez, he's in a slump right now. It'd be a good time for him to break out of it. Jeudy Valdez is 0 for his last 18. He's 0 for 3 today. He was 0 for 15 coming into the ballgame. All tied up at 3 apiece. 6 hits for Amarillo, 5 hits for the Lemurs. And the pitch. Swung on, and that one's tipped foul. It goes into the dirt. Well, this is a big game right here. The Lemurs looking to tip the scales in this series. If they win this game, they'll be up 2-1 going into tomorrow night. Of course, you never want to lose a 3-game set. And if you could get a split at least, that's the minimum you want to get out of it. The Lemurs would have that going into tomorrow. But, of course, try to win tomorrow and win it 3-1 if you can. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swung on a ground ball, chopped over to the shortstop. Up with it is Earps. He'll throw over to first base. It's gonna be in time, and that's gonna be the 3rd out. But the Lemurs pick up 3 runs in the inning. The triple by Juan Silverio cleans off the bases, and the Lemurs score 3, and they tie up the ball game. We're heading to the 10th. We got extra innings on our hands. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs baseball.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade.
There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
New pitcher in for the Laredo Lemurs, Ryan Beckman taking over on the hill. We got a whole new ball game here. Knotted up at 3 apiece as we go to the 10th inning. Beckman with a record of 1 win and no losses, a 1.46 ERA. He's been absolutely stellar for the Lemurs this season. He has pitched in 22 games, has 1 save, has thrown in 30 and 2/3 innings with 23 strikeouts, only 4 walks, and 21 hits given up so far this year. So a 3-3 tie as we go to the 10th. First 3 batters coming up for the Amarillo ThunderHeads. It's going to be Earps, Smart, and Vic. So 8, 9, and 1 coming up to the plate. So 3 runs on 5 hits for Laredo, 3 runs on 6 hits for Amarillo, and a well-played ball game here on both sides. No errors for either team. Beckman throws, and it's in there for a strike. That one clips the outside corner, slightly above the belt. So a strike thrown from Beckman to start off the 10th inning. Now remember, if we get to the 11th, we're going to play the international tie-breaking rules, where a runner will start off at second base for both teams. Here's the 0-1. Swung on a ground ball, softly hit over to Jeudy Valdez. The second baseman will throw over to first base, and that'll take care of Tyler Earps. Taylor Smart, the next batter. Smart 0 for 3 on the day. So the Juan Silverio triple into the left center field gap does the job for the Lemurs to tie it up. So Matt Larkins, his night is done after going 8 2/3. He gave up 4 hits, 2 runs. Both Richardson and Geiger go credited to Matt Larkins on the night. And Dennis Phipps's run is credited to Randy Hamrick, the relief pitcher. Here's the first pitch to the new batter, Taylor Smart. He lines it up the middle for a single. He sees 1 pitch and has himself a base hit. And Logan Vick coming up to the plate. The Lemurs looking to change their fortunes in extra innings this year. They're 0-2 right now in extra frames. So they look to change that over and make it a little bit different here tonight. Need to put up a victory, and now manager Pete Incaviglia is coming out of the dugout. He wants to talk things over with Beckman. Get the whole infield involved in this one as well. Tied up at 3 in the 10th. So Pete Incaviglia into the ear of Ryan Beckman and the rest of the infielders. Nope. Manager Pete Incaviglia is going to make the call to the bullpen. I did not see that coming. So Pete talking things over with Beckman and maybe explaining his case why he wants to bring in somebody new. So we'll see who it is. While we wait, we'll take a timeout, come back and tell you about the new pitcher. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, tied up at 3.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
All right, so John Burberry in to pitch now for the Laredo Lemurs. Ryan Beckman throws to two guys. And then a base hit by Taylor Smart brings in John Burberry. So Burberry on the year, a record of 2 wins and 2 losses, a 1.25 ERA. He's making his 27th appearance for the Lemurs. And he has 7 saves this year. So a 3-3 tie. Top of the 10th inning and into the batter's box. Here's the top of the order, Logan Vick. Vick will see a fastball in the outside corner. That's in there for a strike. I don't know if that is Logan Vick. He's got a different number on. Is that number 6? Or as it says number 8. Logan Vick is number 6. The 0-1 pitch. That's also a strike on the outside corner. Well, we're going to go ahead and go with Logan Vick. But I haven't noticed up until just now that he's wearing the wrong number today. But Logan Vick is a left-handed batter. And this guy is batting from the left side. Here's the 0-2. Inside for a ball. No reason right now to be changing your leadoff man, I would think, right? A lot of times guys will have different jersey numbers for different jerseys. Like, for instance, when we go on the road, or actually in these uniforms right now, Kevin Taylor wears a different number than number 7 when the Lemurs are wearing their camouflage uniforms. I think he wears number 43 when they're wearing the camo unis. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Brebbia fires. That one swung on. A one-hopper right back to Burberry. He'll throw to second base for 1. Maderos fires to first. It's not going to be in time. So the Lemurs get 1 out there. They're almost able to turn a double play, but Logan Vick way too fast. So the 1-6 put out over at second base, and Vick reaches on a fielder's choice. And here comes Geraldo Valentin. Valentin on the day. He's having a nice day. He's got 2 hits. He's 2 for 4. A single back in the 4th, a double and an RBI back in the 8th inning. All the Lemurs runs coming in the bottom of the 9th. A bases clearing triple, I should say, by Juan Silverio to bring home 3 runs for the Laredo Lemurs. 2 outs, a runner at first base, tied at 3, and the pitch. That's a fastball at the letters on the outside corner. Valentin drops the bat as if he didn't like the call too much. Kind of looked like he was disappointed that the strike went against him. No balls and 1 strike. Burberry holds the ball behind his back. He peeks over his shoulder. And he'll step off the back of the rubber with Logan Vick out there dancing off of the bag. Logan Vick was taking a couple of stutter steps over towards second base. Vick on the year with 23 stolen bases, so he can go. He does it again, takes a few stutter steps. He runs this time. It's a breaking ball. The throw down to second base is going to be a little bit tardy. Of course, Brebria threw a breaking ball there, and that gave Logan Vick a half extra second that he needed to get in there safely. So he steals a bag. And Geraldo Valentin has the go-ahead run at second base if he can get a base hit. So 2 outs and a tied ball game. Brebria throws home, and that one is in tight. So Valentin backs off the plate just a little bit. And now we're looking at a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Juan Martinez is on deck for Amarillo. The 2-1 pitch. High and tight as well, 3-1. Well, it's a good thing they turned on the lights here at the ballpark. Remember, we were in the top of the 9th inning, and the umpires asked for the lights to be turned on. Guess it wasn't too bad of an idea, as the Lemurs have tied up the game, and we're in extra innings, and well, it's pretty dark out there right now. If we didn't have lights, we wouldn't be able to play. The 3-1 in the dirt, ball 4. So that's going to send a runner up to first base. And now runners at first and second for Amarillo. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Thunderheads, 3 runs on 5 hits for the Lemurs. And Juan Martinez coming up to the plate. So Martinez bats from the right side, a right-handed pitcher, Brebria on the mound. He'll throw, and it's a fastball in there for a strike, right at the knees. This is Brebria's 6th game against Amarillo this year. He has thrown in 5 innings coming in. He's given up 6 hits and only 1 run to Amarillo through that time. And he has struck out 6 Amarillo batters. The 0-1 pitch. A fastball slightly outside. You can see some of the Lemurs in the dugout kind of getting up and moving around after that call. They didn't like it too much. A 1-1 count. Runners at first and second base for Amarillo. Brebria will kick and throw home. That one swung on and missed. 1-2, and a snap throw back to second base. Jehudi Valdez tries to tag the runner, Logan Vick, going by, but it's a little bit late. So Martinez with 2 strikes on him. And Brebria looking for the punch out here. 2 outs in the inning. Lemurs, if they can get back into the dugout without giving up a run, the tying run will to the bottom of the 10th inning. Into Laredo Lemurs baseball.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people. Epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, It's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic.
All right, Brian Peterson going to start things off for the Laredo Lemurs against Layson Septimo. Since joining the club, we saw Peterson hits one high and field. This one might get out of here. It is a fair ball. Going into second base is Brian Peterson, and Art Thigpen, the third base umpire, said that ball did not go over the wall. It did indeed go over the wall from my view here at the ballpark. There's a gold railing above the home run fence here in Laredo, Texas, and if the ball hits that gold railing, it's supposed to be a home run. Looked like it hit the gold railing from where I sit. Now manager Pete Incaviglia out to argue with Art Thigpen. And this one should be a pretty good one. Manager Pete Incaviglia going to try to explain himself. That fence out there has come into play so many times in the history of Uni-Trade Stadium. And it has helped the Laredo Lemurs lose so many home runs over the years. And right now they're in danger of losing another one. I have no doubt that ball went over the fence and that it should be called a home run. But the ball hit the gold fence, which would be a home run, and then came back and hit the top of the fence and went back onto the field. So we'll see if manager Pete Incaviglia can at least talk Art Thigpen into talking to somebody else about this play. We're going to see if we can get a replay on it for you, as they're showing manager Pete Incaviglia. I got the guys in the video booth next door to me saying that the ball went over the fence and it should be a home run. They have looked at the video, and now the Lemurs looks like they're going to lose out. I'm trying to get the replay on the video screen for you here. I'm asking the guys for the replay. And coming up to the plate for the Lemurs is Jared Medeiros. So it looks like it's going to be a double for Peterson. And unfortunately for the Lemurs. And they're showing it on the replay right here. And they're slowing it down for you. And yep, hit on the very top of the wall. So nonetheless, the Lemurs have a runner at second base at least, and now the Lemurs are going to bring in a pinch runner, it looks like. Brian Peterson's going to leave the game, and I believe that's Luke Bailey going in. So Luke Bailey should be the new runner for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs do need a catcher down there. Whereas Bailey a little bit younger, a little bit more speed to him than the 37-year-old Brian Peterson. Yeah, so Luke Bailey in the run, and Jared Medeiros is going to be at the plate. There's nobody out and a runner at second, so the Lemurs still have a good chance to win this ball game. But it would have been nice to have the walk-off home run by Brian Peterson. And bunt shown by Medeiros. He lays it down up the third base side. Septimo grabs it. He throws over to third base, and the throw to Smart. Smart has the ball pop in and out of his mitt as he tries to tag Bailey going into third base. So it's going to be a fielder's choice and an error to allow the runner to go to third. Now manager Pete Incaviglia out of the dugout again. And I don't know who he's coming to talk to this time. It looks like he might be coming to take a look at Luke Bailey. Make sure he's healthy over there at third base. The trainer out for the Laredo Lemurs, and Bailey might have hurt himself sliding into third. So coming up to the plate now is Ty Morrison for the Lemurs. And you got to make sure Bailey's okay. Of course, he's the winning run here at third base. So the Lemurs need him to be healthy going into third base or going home. So Jojo VRL, the trainer for the Laredo Lemurs, along with manager Pete Incaviglia, are heading back into the dugout. The Lemurs scored 3 runs in the 9th inning in the bottom of the 9th to tie up the ball game. They come back up here and get a leadoff double by Brian Peterson. And then Jared Medeiros just laid down that bunt. He reaches safely over at first base, so he reaches on a fielder's choice, and there's an error for Bailey to go in at third. Bunt shown by the batter Morrison. He pulls back and watches it miss high. So Layson Septimo is the pitcher out there on the hill. We barely got time to talk about him. There's been so much action. I believe Peterson, when he swung at that ball, was the first pitch of the inning where he hit that ball out to left field. 1 ball and no strikes. The delivery. And that one misses outside, and taken off for second base is Jared Medeiros. Via defensive indifference. So Medeiros just goes to second to wipe out any chance of a double play, but with the infield in, it really doesn't matter. The infield in for the Amarillo Thunderheads. 2 balls, no strikes, all tied at 3 in the bottom of the 10th. Ty Morrison looking to be the hero. The curveball is called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Morrison stands all the way in the very back of the batter's box. He's a left-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. 3-1. So Septimo a pitch away from walking Ty Morrison, which will load the bases. Really doesn't matter much. The winning run is over at third base. That's the main guy you're trying to get home. Tied game at 3. Here's the 3-1 delivery. A breaking ball swung, and that's just barely tapped. So Ty Morrison got a little tiny piece of that. It would have been a 3-2 count nonetheless if he would have swung and missed. So not a huge deal. So Amarillo Thunderheads all the way around the lip of the infield. Septimo, the lefty, bobbles the ball behind his back. He'll come set at the belt. Runners at second and third and nobody out. The pitch swung on, hit well into center field. On the run is Martin, and it'll get by him. Coming in to score for the Lemurs is Luke Bailey, and the Lemurs have won the ball game in walk-off fashion. A 4-3 victory for the Laredo Lemurs as they come piling out of the dugout. And a well-earned victory here for the Lemurs. They'll bring the bucket out and splash it all over Ty Morrison, one of the newest players on the ball team. And we're going to have an interview here with Cameron Songer, and we'll see who Songer picks. I would guess Ty Morrison, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll go ahead and start taking a break here, and if Cameron comes on the screen, we'll go ahead and turn it over for his interview down low on the field. Lemurs win 4-3 in extra innings. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. What a comeback.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, High Gadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wire.
All right, Cameron's talking to the player of the game.
But you shiver a little bit, that ice water bath's got to feel good. Team fought back, trailing 3-0 in the 9th inning. What were your thoughts in the dugout watching that rally unfold?
One of the really just pulled that ball from,
All right, that's Cameron Songer down on the field with Ty Morrison. I know it's a little bit tough to hear. We're trying to get it mic'd up here, but not the easiest thing to do with electronics. So we'll go and take a timeout, come back with the post-game show. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs win 4-3.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs Baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show. Bill Harrington along with Cameron Songer here at Uni-Trade Stadium tonight as the Lemurs get the walk-off 4-3 win in extra innings. It's the first extra inning win of the season for the Laredo Lemurs, and they're now 1-2 in that category, but nonetheless, they get the victory here tonight, 4-3. So the line score goes like this. It's 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Lemurs. 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error tonight for the Amarillo ThunderHeads. The game was played in 2 hours and 58 minutes in front of a crowd of 734 people here at the ballpark. And really, it all came at the very end for the Laredo Lemurs. The Amarillo ThunderHeads were able to get 1 run in the 4th inning. They got another run in the 8th. A solo home run by Stefan Gartrell in the 9th inning. So they had a 3-0 lead going into the bottom of the 9th, and then the Lemurs all of a sudden came up to life. It started off with Ty Morrison in the bottom of the 9th inning. He reached on a single, and then Devontre Richardson reached on a fielder's choice after that. Morrison got out at second place on the Richardson fielder's choice, and then Kevin Taylor came up next. He would fly out to center field, and then Dustin Geiger with 2 outs would come up to the plate. He would single, and that would move Richardson over to third base. So runners at the corners for the Lemurs. And then Dennis Phipps would come up. He would walk, and that would load the bases. And then Juan Silverio would come up to the plate with a very big at-bat. He would foul some pitches off. He'd go deep into the count, and he'd hit a line drive into the left center field gap that would end up being a triple for Silverio. And all 3 runs would come into score for the Lemurs, and that would tie up the ball game. So we would go into the top of the 10th inning, Ryan Beckman started the 10th inning on the mound for the Lemurs. He got one out and then gave up a base hit to Taylor Smart. Manager Pete Cavilla went right to John Brebbia, and Brebbia gave up a fielder's choice where out was made at second base. So the second out in the inning was made. And then Geraldo Valentin would come up to the plate after Logan Vick walked during the Valentin at bat. Valentin would later after Vick would steal a base during the Valentin at bat, and then Valentin would walk, and that would put runners at first and second. Then Juan Martinez would come up to the plate, and he would strike out. So Brebbia was able to work out of the trouble, and that kept the score at 3 apiece. Then the Lemurs saw Brian Peterson start things off in the bottom of the 10th inning. What looked to be a home run off the bat of Brian Peterson, the ball looked, and we even saw it on the replay, that it hit the very top of the fence, then hit the gold fence and came back into play. Well, if that happens, it should be a home run, but the Lemurs do not get the call. It goes against him here, and Brian Peterson ends up with a double. Well, that didn't get the Lemurs down too badly. Jared Medeiros then came up to the plate. He tried to lay down a sacrifice bunt. The bunt went to the third base side. The new pitcher, Layson Septimo, hopped off the mound, grabbed it, and tried to throw to third base with a new runner in, Luke Bailey, from second to third. So Bailey slid into third base. The ball was dropped by the third baseman, and that allowed Bailey to get in there safely at third base. So runners all of a sudden at the corners for the Laredo Lemurs. Then Ty Morrison would come up to the plate. He would single into left center field, and that would drive in Luke Bailey from third base for the Lemurs' winning run in the ball game, and they would win in extra innings by a final score of 4-3. So the Lemurs are now 2 games above 500 with that victory here tonight, and we'll tell you how everything breaks down here in the American Association after we give you the full scoreboard for the night as well. So let's get the scoreboard, and then we'll give you the standings in the American Association after the night is over. Fargo beats Ottawa tonight. That's a 17-5 final. Wichita over Kansas City 10-3. Winnipeg beats St. Paul 3-2, and the Sioux Falls Canaries beat Gary 8-1. Sioux City big over Joplin 9-4 in that one. And the Lincoln Salt Dogs beat the Grand Prairie Airhogs 11-3. And you know the final here. Laredo 4, Amarillo 3. So we'll take a look at the standings in the American Association and tell you where everybody stands in the South. Joplin, they lead the way. They're 27-18. They're a game and a half up over the Wichita Wingnuts. Wichita is at 27-21 on the year. And the Laredo Lemurs are 3.5 games back, sitting at 26-24. So there you have it. The Laredo Lemurs currently 3.5 out as they reach the midway point of the season. Tonight's game was the 50th game of the year. They got 50 more to go here to reach 100 before all of this thing is said and done. So still a long road to go here for the Laredo Lemurs. Still plenty of time, and that win that they got here tonight will definitely be a momentum builder moving forward. So that's going to do it for the broadcast tonight. The Lemurs win in walk-off fashion 4-3 over the Amarillo Thunderheads, and they take a 2-1 lead in this series. We'll be back at it tomorrow night. 7:15 for the pregame show, 7:30 for the first pitch here at Uni-Trade Stadium against the Amarillo Thunderheads as we wrap up the series. For Cameron Songer, my name is Bill Harrington, wishing you a very good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables,